Hello. Welcome back, everyone. It's time for some League of Legends coaching because it's Monday. I don't usually do league coaching, but today is Monday. And I only do league coaching on Monday, so I was like, might as well. What's up, everybody? Is it Monday? It is for me. So, yeah. It's Sunday. Damn, you're really stuck in the past. You gotta move on. You gotta move on, bro. The accident wasn't your fault. You must. Oh my god. It turned Monday 12 minutes ago for me. Perfect. This stream is just for you, Toaster King 55. Don't you worry. Yeah, we're just gonna chill for a bit. I am just vibing right now. I'll be honest. I probably should have fixed how what is it? I should have fixed the alert thing because Twitch alerts are kind of or the dono link for the stream is really bad right now. I should have fixed that, but I didn't. So yeah, this is kind of a problem actually. What time is it for you? It's like 2 p.m. for me. So like it's been Monday for like 14 hours. So yeah, I don't know. You guys gotta move on. Like I'm already 14 hours ahead. Like what have you been doing in the last 14 hours? My goodness gracious. Can we have a how-to guide for engage support to hit hooks? I'm not gonna lie. I feel like half the time you don't even want to land a hook, right? I feel like you shouldn't even land the hook in the first place, TBH. TB honestly speaking. But that's just me. But it's fun. Shit, you're so right, dude. Fuck. Shit, you're so right, man. Also, give me 1 second, guys. I have to go find a meme. I must. Yeah, give me a sec. Give me a sec. Give me 1 second. One. Okay, give me 75 seconds. Like what the freak? Liar. What the fuck? Is that possible? Okay, so if you guys weren't here yesterday, I kind of came back from my hiatus. So for people that weren't here yesterday, everyone has to legally tell me what they've been up to for the last yeah, for the last 2 months because I have not been caught up at all. I've been watching your videos. I've been playing volleyball. Ooh, volleyball. I like volleyball. I finished my summer schooling and I'm still Heartstuck Emerald. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like having like some kind of life thingy is OP because that means you're pretty much the same elo as everybody else that's playing in the same elo range as you, but you also have like a job or like school obligation. So it's like you're just him or slash her. Like what the freak? Been playing the Arc Hero first one on app. I don't know what that is. Lol. Sorry, give me a second. I'm like, give me 1 second, guys. I say as I need more than 1 second. One, stop saying one. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. I'm trying. I'm trying. I really am trying. But yeah, dude, it's like it's so weird because like on Twitch you can hear music, so like even if I don't say anything, then it's fine. But the problem is you guys can't hear anything on YouTube, so like it's really freaking awkward if I ever just go completely silent, you know? Because you guys literally can't hear anything. So it's just complete silence over there. Oh my god. I just made to Masters for the first time. Any tips? Is it any different than Diamond 2 Plus? No. I promise you, Masters is just Diamond, except people play more. Wait, what? What the freak? Why is... Hello, Jiwa Jiwaki. Why are you done with your stream already? Hello? Why did you finish stream already? Thank you for the raid, Jiwa Jiwaki. Thank you, thank you. Does anyone know the hotkey on Photoshop for cropping or like this is so bad. Yeah, thank you, Jiwa Jiwaki. We came to transfer Jira's bad luck to you. What? Huh? I don't want that. I do not want that bad luck. Actually, no. Dude, this is so bad. What the? No, Tina. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm doing coaching. Is that my goal? Ah, Kato, you're finally here. I've been waiting for specifically you, actually, lol. Hi, Chad. Hi, Tina. Everyone say hi, Tina, as I continue to do this thing on something. Yeah, give me a sec. How do I crop something? Canvas size. 1700? Oh, I did it. I did it. I did it. I did it. Hang on, I figured it out. Canvas size. 1600. Oh, that was too much. That was too much. Go back. 1650? Give me 1 second. I keep saying I'm pretty sure that like 4 times. But I swear I've been just starting my streams without thinking recently, but I probably should stop doing that. Can someone explain to me the lore behind the series of square GIFs? There's no lore, dude. Whenever someone goes like, "Can you add another one?" I just go like, "Okay," and then I add another one. Like literally, there's no yeah. Like yeah. Sorry. I had to tweet something real quick. So yeah. Have you ever tried passion fruit juice? I know passion Japanese. Is that the same? It's like passion English, except it's Japanese. Did you get your taco? No, the taco place was closed. I had to order from like some weird like fried rice place. When will Paulie hit Challenger? I don't think I can even ever hit Challenger right now. Because okay, number one, right? If you want to hit Challenger, you have to like actually play the game. But I don't play the game. I literally like what is it? I literally DK'd for like the fourth time this season because I don't play the game enough. Because like it's not financially feasible for me to play League for that long because I don't get paid for streaming. You know, like that's so I can't. It's really hard for me to get Challenger, right? Because imagine you're like a working like a 30-year-old man. You're trying to work and get money, right, to support your family and whatever. But then you physically can't do that because if you stream for like 20 hours, you literally get zero revenue on average, right? You know what I mean? So yeah, it's kind of hard for me, unfortunately. I have to unfortunately work on videos on YouTube versus streaming slash grinding on ranked because that's not literally feasible for me. So sorry. You kind of have to be unemployed to get Challenger in League right now. That's just how it is. Because yeah. Did you fix your alerts? Nope. Mm. All right, screw it. Here you go. Here's a tweet I was spending the last 10 minutes on. Here you go. Okay, yeah, I think I'm ready. I'm ready to play now. All right. Okay. Who's first? Who wants to get coached first? If you guys don't know the rules, pretty much literally just type in your name and your hashtag and your region in the chat, and I will just choose a random victim. I mean, a random person to VOD review. Yeah. That's it. First come, first serve. Unless your name is Kato, then you have priority. Don't ask why. Me? Wait, Kato said me. Oh, sorry guys. I had to. That's unfortunate. I got to give it to Kato first. Kato, what's your? Why did someone just type Jiro Chisaki slash JP? Wow, you really just have your name in your IG. Okay, well, it's like all right. Like, damn, I don't even have to dox you. Okay, okay, here we go, guys. Damn, I was being careful not to dox you on accident, but like you just did it yourself. Like okay, like shit. Wait, do you even have any rank games? Hey, yo, where is your rank games? You don't have a single rank game on your match history, dude. Wait, I can't. Dude, I can't VOD if you're anything. You want me to VOD if you're your area man? Bro. Hello? Wait, this isn't even from this patch. I haven't played in a while. Yeah. You don't say. I guess you played normal. No, okay. Unfortunately, no, don't say idiot. Don't say that. That's rude. All right, okay. Let me. Okay, sorry, Kato. Maybe next time. Okay. Oh, okay. Here we go. I'm doing the real first person that typed. It's me. Ad of 123 Diamond 3. Oh, damn! Look at you. You're higher ranked than me. Actually, no. Wait, no. Hold on, no. I'm Diamond 2 right now because I decayed 700 LP again. Yo, please let this not. Oh, thank God. There you are. There's one rank game. The Jewish from last patch. I can't open. Guys. Can we be serious for a second, you guys? I can't watch VODs if it's from the previous patch. Dude, nobody played this patch? Was there a patch this week? No. After after Thursday? Oh my god. Okay. We're gonna find someone, guys. We're gonna find someone eventually. Let me scroll up. Let me scroll up. Oh my god. Okay. I'm pretty sure Cookie Crunch NA1 was the next person. Please. Oh, Master Tier! Okay. Dude, you're a Master. You had to have a game recently. Like, there's no way you don't. There's literally no. Yeah! Yes! Yeah! The only guy in my chat that actually plays this game. All right, which one? Congratulations, Cookie. You're literally the only guy that plays this game in my chat, apparently. All right, which game do you want me to watch? Orn? I'm not gonna lie. I feel like if you're in Masters, you don't really even need my coaching. Like, and also you're a top laner, which is my worst role. But you know, we're here for the content anyway, so whatever. Also, people on YouTube, can people on YouTube tell me if you can hear the music? This is the Vex game? Okay, if you can't hear the music, then... Or if you can hear it, let me know, because you're not supposed to be able to hear it. If you can hear music on YouTube, that means I have to unlist the VOD. We cannot hear it? Okay, perfect. Because sometimes the audio spit just like straight up doesn't work. I don't know why. Alright, here we go. First stream came from the tourney videos. Hello, Scub Iconic. Chat reflects the streamer. We don't play unless the cave. I can't even say anything. That's so true. That's so freaking true. Oh my god. You're so right. Oh yeah, that's actually kind of crazy. Chat does reflect the streamer, and the streamer does not even play League of Legends. I was on hiatus. I was on hiatus. Hello? What do you want from me? Literally, what do you want from me? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I feel like got super good lead early, but I kind of just giga through it. Okay. Okay, so all right. Okay, because you're in Master Tier. Wait, let me actually put this up. Where's the text? VOD reviewing NA Masters. There we go. Boom, for people that are joining us now. Okay. I feel like I don't really need to tell you about like the basic stuff, but you might not know it, and the viewers might also not know it. So I'm gonna just like, I'm gonna say everything, I guess. I don't know. Holy Shebar, first time catching Polypuff as like a 5-year YouTube watcher. Yeah. Okay, here. Okay, I'll just say everything. Okay, so people like not just for the person we're voting, but for everybody in chat, because you might not be Masters, obviously. So here, especially in 1v1s, like this applies for every single lane, but especially in 1v1s, right? Whenever you're against like especially someone that's like a skill shot champion, so like, you know, like Vex or Syndra, this can go both ways. You want to try to time your skill shot usage with whenever they go for like some kind of CS. Like that's just the most objective way, right? Because if you try to time, like if you like auto attack them or hit them while they're going for a minion, then the odds of your skill landing are way higher, because for like a split second when they have to stand still to auto attack, they're going to be completely immobile, right? So here, I want you guys to watch both the Vex and the Syndra when they walk up for the first minion here, okay? Like, just watch closely. So right now, both of the laners, they're gonna like, right now, Vex wants to go for this minion and Syndra wants to go for this minion. Watch how the moment that... Watch this, okay? The moment that Syndra walks up to get this minion, Vex is gonna try to use her skill shot with the timing of her auto attack to try to get her, right? You see that? And similarly, as Vex goes for this minion, Syndra's also going for a skill shot, right? So it's kind of like the moment that you see a minion getting low, especially in these 1v1 matchups, that's like, that gives you a little bit of time to go for a poke. Specifically because they either have to pretty much waste time to dodge the ability, which means they're going to lose a minion, or they're going to get hit by the ability to secure the minion, right? So you kind of always want to be in range to punish them even just getting a single minion, like for the most part, so that you can take advantage of all that small amount of damage. Yeah. So for all the lower elo, I guess, viewers, how low is too low to review, Mr. Puff? If you're not faker, you're low elo. That's just how it works. Yeah, so just typical trading and stuff. I kind of wish you watched it. Yeah, I kind of wish you just kind of walked it for your passive auto attacks a bit more. Also, wait, what did you build? What's your start? Okay, 2 pots, yeah. Like, I'm low elo. I'm giga low elo compared to Faker. Especially right now, I'm Diamond 2. Don't ask why I decayed 700 LP. Okay, also, wait, Cookie, can I ask, do you, like, play mid a lot? Like, just from your match history, it looks like you play Ornn a lot, but maybe you got autofilled? Just for future reference. Mid is my secondary? Okay. So, I'll be honest, I feel like a lot of people, when they play, like, a champion, they don't really know that much about, right? They're just, like, not that experienced. People kind of default into going into max range abilities. So, for example, if this is Vex's, like, max range of where she can use an ability, a lot of people, they kind of accidentally follow this idea of they always have to try to hit an enemy from the farthest range they possibly can. So at, like, these distances. But like, I'm sure you know this, but it's like, like I kind of want you to be like a little bit more mid-range. Like, obviously that's going to leave you more vulnerable to Syndra's attacks, but right now, because you're so far away, like instead of here, right, you're like way over here, right? You're like here, right? I want you to be more like here, because you're so far, they have way more time to react to, like, the projectile coming out and, like, you, like, walking up until you can get to projectile range. That it's very obvious what's happening, right? It's like, if I was a Syndra, I'd be very, like, happy to see that you're only going for the maximum range skill shots, because it's really easy to dodge and react to. Vex E is weird though. No, it's like, cause it's like, I know what you mean, but it's also like, you just like, it's a good habit to fall into, even if, like, even Lux, right? Even when I'm playing like Lux or like Xerath on super long range champions, there are times when I'm like mid range just because I want to pressure them enough where they're not comfortable, right? Because the thing is, right, it's like yeah, it's like the Vex's E, right? Like, it increases size as it travels, yada yada, but it's never gonna hit if it's at the very edge versus if it's like kind of like halfway through, just because the amount of time of the projectile coming out, they have more time to react, right? So yeah. I think I was low-key intimidated. Yeah, it's like, that's fine. Okay, so here's another thing, right? It's like, this is like just for everybody in chat. But whenever you're playing any kind of matchup like this, where you want to keep track of how many skill shots you land. So like, like just have like a mental note of like your QWE usage. And then depending on which ability you're landing a ton of, you want to change up the level order depending on what you want. So for example, right? Like for example, like here, like let's say you're landing like one ability more than the other, but you always max one ability first. Like let's say you just here. Let me actually see what you max. Give me a sec. So yeah, it's like you max your Q first, right? But if you find that you're not landing your Q like at all in this entire lane, then you can like think about maybe putting points into other spells, because it's like, if you think about it, if you're not landing one ability, then it's not really worth leveling it, right? Because now you're sort of just like, you're kind of wasting that ability the entire lane. So you always want to make sure that you choose an ability that you're using the most. So that could be shield, right? Like maybe you just want to go super tanky, like you just want to like not take damage, so you can go shield first to like tank the Syndra poke, right? Or you can go something else. But it really depends on your champion. Like some champions, like even if you're missing them all, you still want to max it, even if you're missing, because like that's just, like they're just stronger that way. Also, yo, Dino Atkin, thank you for the $50 tip. Oh my god, thank you for sharing your coaching. Nah, thank you for the dono. No, this is free, guys. This is free coaching. You're not supposed to pay me. Also, Okay, this is hard, huh? Actually, wait, let me check, let me check, let me check. Okay, so, okay, Cookie, do you think your macro is good or bad? Like, just objectively. Like, do you think you have a good map awareness or bad map awareness? Just like objectively. I think it's pretty bad. Okay. Because here, so pretty much, like right now, right? Right now, the enemy grazes bot, and then you see him floating in bot. And if you say, like, if you pay attention, like, if you like saw this happening, right, you could like briefly just see what's happening. This guy's super low, which means the odds of him ganking you from this side of the map for the next like maybe like at least like 30 seconds, 40 seconds is pretty much zero. Right, and the reason why I say that is because right now, like, I say this as a jungle main, right? Like, because I used to main jungle a lot, and I still do. But right now, like, you always want to keep track of your jungler's position. So right now, Nocturne did a red side clear into blue side clear, and he's probably going to do Raptors, or not Raptors, sorry. He's going to do the Scuttle Crab, and then he's going to be in this area, right? Like, around, like, probably like 3 minutes, right? With his current clear timing, I guess. So because you know Nox is going to be in this area, and Graves, like Graves is probably going to like maybe do this, but because he's super low, he might just recall and like come back because he's scared of Nocturne testing him, whatever. So that means this entire area should be pretty safe for now. I just learned to hover the side my jungler is. In this situation, that wasn't the good positioning, right? Because here, watch. Like, I talked about this in previous coaching sessions before, but it applies a lot right now. Where if you think about like mid lane, especially as like a line, so let's say this is the halfway line. If you stand on one side of the lane, so this is you, then just like psychology wise, the other enemy, like the enemy is going to usually be on this side of the lane, just like on the opposite side of this imaginary line. Okay, like that's just how psychology works, right? Because if you think about it, like if you like establish like a random line like this, then if you don't like if you want to avoid as many skill shots as possible, you're gonna want to be on the farthest possible line away from your opponent to dodge it. Like that's just how psychology is in League. So that means if you're here, the enemy has a very likely chance of walking to the other side here, and vice versa. If you're here, the enemy has a very likely chance of walking here. Okay, like it's just human nature. So you're watching it. Like I want you to just watch what the Syndra does based on your positioning, for the most part. Okay. So here, like, do you see this? Do you see how like it's kind of like over time, both players they kind of like even if they don't know about it, they kind of like default to this state of they always want to be on opposite sides of this kind of like invisibility line. So right now, right? Right now, the red player is on the bottom side of this line. Right now, the blue player is on this side of the line. Okay? Because that's just objectively the farthest distance from getting hit by an ability while also staying within this like range of circle. Right? So here, let me go back a bit. Okay, we're going to fast forward a bit. Similarly, okay, just do that. Yeah, do you see how like at all times they're kind of like super far apart on this line right now? Where like this line isn't in game. Like this line doesn't exist in the game. Like I just drew it. And then the reason why I say this is because if you knew, like now putting it all together, if you knew that number one, Graves was low, so he can't gank you from this side, and number two, if you knew that your Nocturne was pathing this way, I wanted you to be on this side of the line, so that if Syndra like reacts to you going to that side by going to this side, then it's a free gank, right? The Nocturne gets like the freest gank by ganking from behind here. But the problem is because you're hovering on the side of your Nocturne, which you know I understand, right? You want to be safe, and being closer to your jungler is obviously safer. But this also makes it harder for your jungler to get a successful gank off because he has to walk this much farther to get his fear off on the Syndra in this space, right? Would that be more applicable to when you know the enemy jungler is low on the other side too? It's like, so in this situation, the Graves decided to gank bot and he was low, which is why, right? It's like, it's why it's okay to be on this side, right? And not worry about a gank. But for example, like if you know that Graves, like if you don't have that information, but you know roughly that Graves could be in this area, right? And like even if Graves didn't gank bot, you know he's in this area because number one, Nocturne got this for free, which means Graves didn't do blue to red clear, which means that like, you know, because like if Graves did blue to red clear, then Nocturne would have seen him just now, which means that they're both on this side. But because Nocturne didn't see him and like nobody saw Graves on this side, right? Like obviously he's ganking bot, but even if you didn't see him, you could imply that he's on this side of the map. you know? So yeah. If they have vision of jungler, do they kind of get trapped where they have to move to the short side? Yeah. So it's like, for example, right? Let's just say theoretically that Graves did not gank bot. He just got Scuttle Crab on the bot side, and he's maybe around here. If you think that's the case, then you can still like you're still a bit too far to set up this gank. I think you can be like a little bit more closer, like in the middle, like maybe like just touching in like this line, right? So that you can sort of make the Syndra go a little bit towards this side. Like you don't have to go all the way, because if you go all the way, going like, oh, I should go all the way so that the enemy Syndra goes this way, then you're the one that gets ganked, right? Like you always have to be worried about that. But in this specific situation, because we know that Graves is low from the gank bot, and likely after he gets Skullcrab, he's probably going to recall because he doesn't have enough mana, or like if you have map awareness, you would see that he's low so that he can't go for that play. Then it's why, like, especially like just I'm saying this because as a jungle main, I love it the most when I can see, especially my mid laner, like priming the lane to be gankable, making the lane gankable in the first place. So if I saw my mid laner like naturally going this way because he knows that the enemy mid laner will go this way, like I'll be so freaking happy because this is the freest like kill ever. You know, because like you just get behind him and then now he doesn't have even time to flash out. And if he flashes out, then he's gonna get low and has to like waste his teleport or whatever, yada yada. So yeah, just keep that in mind, okay? Yeah, it's like it worked out because, you know, this guy's still getting low, I guess, but like do you see like how much more time it takes Nocturne to even like almost get into range? Because like if Syndra was here, like this is just dead by now, right? Like if she was this side, but because she's over here now, there's more factors that could potentially make this go bad, which is what you have to worry about, right? Like the more time that Syndra has to like realize that you're ganking mid and she's like running this way, then number one, like you know, the enemy ADC and support can come help, right? So it's kind of like you just want to be able to secure these as fast as possible before the team can react. So yeah, let's just go here. Oh, okay. So okay, that's actually what happened. That's actually kind of what happened. Where because it took so long, like number one, Nocturne had to use his flash, but also like Alistar had time to come up and help, right? Because that amount of time took a bit too long. Like, you still have the kill in the end, but like you can definitely see how in like other situations this could have not led to a kill. You know? So you always just want to be careful about that kind of stuff. Alright. Also, okay, this is a really bad recall spot. Okay, so here, I'll just like here. Okay, I'll talk about just a theory, okay? Like, or it's more of a concept, okay? The concept is like this applies for literally every situation, not just this one. Whenever you recall, you want to choose your recall spot in a spot where the enemy doesn't have vision of, or you don't want to recall where the enemy last had vision of you. Okay. So that means, for example, like let's say this was the last spot the enemy saw you, like from vision or like just fighting. You never want to recall in that same spot. Okay, so this could apply literally anywhere on the map. Okay, like it's not even just in this situation. Like after you get a kill bot, right? Like maybe you're here, right? Maybe you're here, you get the tower plating, and then you walk into this bush. You don't want to recall in this bush, because if that's the last place the enemy saw you, you can bet they're going to check if somebody wants to stop you from recalling. So that's why like a lot of people, like sometimes they even like spend more time walking here or like walking here, right? Because odds are if the enemy checks like the last place you saw and you're not there, they're just gonna give up. Like that's just how it works. Like that's like basic human psychology, I guess, where after checking the first place they would look, now they're kind of like, oh, he's gone, whatever, right? They kind of give up. So that's why, like, here, after you get this kill, right? After you like back off in the center here, and then this is the last like pretty much area that the enemy saw you and you're low HP. You don't really want to recall here for the most part, right? Like even though your teammates are here, I guess, like watching all these points, like this is just a bad habit, right? You never want to not learn from a bad habit just because it didn't apply in a specific situation. Because in this situation it was fine, but I promise you in like future situations, you're gonna get killed one day just because you kind of have this like, oh, I can just recall here, right? It's a dumbass check. Yeah, exactly. It's like why would you not want to like at least go here or like even here, right? It's just like this is like what, like 1-2 seconds. Like that, you're not gonna. I would much rather spend maybe 2 more seconds getting to where I think is a safer place to recall versus recalling in a place where I can just randomly die, and now you're just like really dumb because you gave up 300 gold for no reason because you didn't take 2 more seconds. That you like we're gonna miss like 1 minion, right? That dies. Like that's not gonna do anything. Yeah, it's like the risk versus reward is way too high for you to just recall in an open spot like this. Because it's like, it's like here, like best case scenario, you recall and you save 1 to 2 seconds, right? And then you get 1 minion, which is like 30 gold or whatever. Worst case scenario, you give up 300 gold, right? So it's kind of like, would you rather spend 1 to 2 seconds plus 30 gold or 300 gold and probably like minus like 8 seconds or whatever, right? Or like however much time it is if you die right now in this time. So yeah, it's just like, you always want to be careful, right? Because a lot of people, they have bad habits that they don't even know are habits because nobody tells them. So yeah, here, right? It's like what if Senna, because number one, right? They had vision of you. They saw you from this ward. What if Senna angled her Q better and stopped your back? Now you're more screwed, right? Like, even though you thought that it was safer here to recall, if she stopped your back there, then you're even more screwed because this is like 100% going to crash by the time you get there. So it's like, even though short term it might seem okay, it's like long term it's kind of not for most situations. Like, you only got away with that because Senna just completely missed her Q angle there. So yeah. Okay, so honestly, I don't really want. I'll be honest. It's like, I'm not really gonna comment on the 1v1 mid because it's like you told me that this is like a side role for you, so it doesn't really make sense for me to tell you about your champion when the only way to learn a champion is to play it more. So I'm not really gonna say anything. But I'm gonna focus more on like macro stuff right now. Yeah, it's like, yeah, playing safe right now is good because we have no idea what a Nocturne is. Yep, I agree with this. I'll be honest, this walk-up was kind of weird, honestly. Where it's like, your Q wasn't really up right now, which means you're kind of like, I know it's coming up soon, but your timing of walking up was like maybe like half a second too early, right? Because if you had Q right now, even if you get stunned, you can buffer your Q while you're getting knocked back so that you can still get the damage off, but you kind of mistimed your damage trade here by like just a bit. Because yeah, it's like now, like when she's feared, your Q comes up half a second later, and now, yeah, it's like, I know I said I wasn't going to comment, but look at me still commenting on it. That's fine. So okay, so like right now is when I would probably play towards my jungler, right? Like, this is a situation where I would play towards him because I'm scared of this area right now, right? Because it's kind of, you also have to think about the enemy's point of view, right? It's like, if you're Syndra, then how would you play the rest of the lane when you're this chunked? There isn't going to be a situation where this mid line thingy applies right now because Syndra's just going to be completely away from you. So she's going to be playing super safe for a bit. So it's like, even if, for example, you walk this way and Syndra walks this way, she's probably going to more likely walk this way because of how low she is. So like, the chance of Nocturne getting a gank from this side is already low unless he ults. So in that case, you just want to play a bit more safe by walking towards him, right? You want to be playing safe in this situation because I'm really scared of this bush right now where Grace could be. So yeah, I like this positioning. I like you hugging the top side because Nocturne's near there, and like, we have absolutely no control of this area, especially like Alistar is on this side. So that means like the fact that Alistar walked this way, like if you saw the map, you would see that Alistar kind of like walked this way out of vision, which means that he's not really like, it looks like he's not scared of anything on this side of the map, which means like, just like from just thinking, I would assume that Grace is on this side of the map right now, right? Just by the way that the other laners are moving. So yeah, so it's like, just by the way that the other laners are moving, you can also kind of imply where the enemy jungler is at all times. Because number one, like, do you think Alistar would walk up toward here or something if he thought that Nocturne was here? Like, probably not, because it's too scary. So the fact that he just kind of like randomly walked this way means that either his jungler's nearby to help out if something happens, or he's like trying to clear vision so that, you know, like they can do something on this side. So this is like, especially in Master Tier, you want to focus more on macro, honestly, versus anything else. Because yeah, it's like by this point you should already have good enough micro in your champion to like know this kind of stuff. But now you have to just make sure you don't randomly die from bad macro decision making. Okay, I'll be honest. It's like, yeah, this is scary. Like we just heard Grace get the dragon, and like we don't know how low he is, right? Like he was low earlier, but we don't know that. So, and because Nocturne's going top, yeah, I would still be hugging this side because like after, you know, it's like Grace got the dragon, there's really no reason to even try to be aggressive here when you're alone. What if someone told Adam to start no balls? He's gonna die one day and he's gonna regret having balls. Ooh. Nice. Okay, good kill. Good kill. Alright, get out of there. Okay, I'll be honest, I would be scared of recalling here as well, right? Again. Like I to be honest, I would have walked this way and recalled here or something. Right? This is a bit too scary because like we just saw Graves getting dragon. So here, like one more time. We just saw Graves getting dragon like a minute ago, which means if we didn't get mid by now, that means he probably recalled. Okay. The fact, like, just the fact that he didn't show up mid immediately after dragon means that he's probably recalled right away. Which means that like the odds of him like ganking you a minute later after probably getting a few more camps either like on whichever side is very high. And because like, you know, like it's like this is hard to explain. This is more of like a this is actually more of a what is it? Just like a jungler thing where most of the time junglers they're going to want to clear some kind of camps on the way to dragon, like because every jungler is just greedy like that. Like that's just how they are. So the odds of like the fact that they got dragon means that this entire side is probably gone. Like that's just how it is. So right now, the only place Grace can realistically go if he recalled from there is this side of the map, which is why this certain bush is really freaking scary. Because what if Grace just jumps over the wall? Like, you're dead. Like, you have no flash, you have no mana, like, you're dead. Right? So it's like, it's really, really scary, which is why I don't really want you to be here. And also because, like, once again, from the enemy's point of view, right? Here. So the last place that the enemy saw you was right here. Okay? That was the last spot that they spotted you before you left the fog of war. If I was the enemy jungler and I was like nearby enough, you can bet I'm going to like go here and like maybe try to stop a recall here or something because I know you're low. Like, you kind of got lucky that Graves is just doing red buff, right? Over here, but yeah, once again, you don't want to recall too close to where you were last spotted, like, you know, like earlier here, because that's the first place I would check. Obviously, check where they were before and then like slowly push forward to where I think they could be. But yeah, this is a bit risky. Have you considered playing with eye trackers? I did, but I don't have like the phone for it, so I didn't really care enough. If he was doing raptors, it would have been bad, I assume then. Yeah, 100%. And I don't think Nocturne got full vision of the raptor camp by then, so we don't know if it's up or not. What the freak? Nice dodge. I'll be honest, Adam should just fuck this up. I don't know why I went for the Q first instead of just immediately Wing. Like, you actually got a really good like fear off too, so he couldn't like, even if he W'd properly, I think he would have gone cancelled, but yeah. What? Yo, what is this dive? What the what the fuck? That was 100% an out-of-start error. Okay, so this is a different case, right? Where, you know how I talked about the invisible line in the middle, right? Being on the opposite side. This kind of changes when you're super low and the enemy knows you're low, right? So right now, because you're low, right? Like the enemy is not going to be that scared of you right now. So this is a time when you want to be on the same side as the opponent. Because if you're here, right? The enemy is not like most of the time, if they know you're low enough to kill, they're not gonna like run away. They're gonna try to fight you. So in this case, this is a bait where you could bait out the Syndra's ability because you know your Zenith is here to potentially go for a gank. Where you want to be like just hovering just barely outside of Syndra's stun range to lure her closer to you because she's like, oh, this is a free kill if I land the stun, right? So yeah. I'll be honest, Zenith kind of moved a bit too early, but okay, I'll be honest, Syndra didn't actually have to flash that. One good thing is this Syndra also has really bad map awareness, looks like, just from the last like 5 minutes I've seen her, so it's good. The bluff to gank under Nocturnal. To bluff the gank. Usually when Nocturnal comes out in general, people like the enemy just walks away. So it's not really a bluff. Because nobody would walk up during Nocturnal unless they 100% knew, but that doesn't usually happen. Maybe some Winter Forest noise. Wait, is there no League audio? No, there's League audio. No, that's fine. Also, I have music on the other side, so I can't do that. Also, I do read both chats. I just don't respond to everything. So yeah, just keep that in mind. It also helps that the enemy has no map awareness either, because you're literally standing on a pink ward and they don't even see you. Because like right now, Senna's monitor is probably positioned like this, right? If you like think about where the enemy's put like monitor placement is, it's right now for these guys it's probably like this. So even if you're on top of a ward, they can't even see you. So it's a good thing that they don't have map awareness either, I guess. Okay, not bad. I don't know why Alistar's up there. But yeah, it's like, I think that's it. I don't like giving people too many things to work on because then they just don't remember anything to apply. So yeah, for now, just recap, right? Recap. Just think about, okay, it's like I want you to know this like middle line rule. Like, it's not really a rule. It's more like just keep it in mind for whenever you're 1v1ing, especially mid lane, where you want to like figure out how the enemy reacts throughout the course of a lane, right? Because you know there are like most players are going to do this thing where they like mirror matchup or mirror like position like this, but there's also going to be a lot of times when the enemy does the exact opposite. So it's kind of like it's up to you to figure out what type of player they are from laning, like the laning phase. Like you have to get that information just from the way they play and then update your like your thought process. You can't go into every game assuming they're going to do the exact same thing as the previous game because everyone's different, right? It just doesn't make sense. Does that line rule apply to bot lane and top lane as well? Sort of, but I'll be honest, top lane is a bit weirder because most of the time it's like melee matchups. But it's like, yeah, for bot lane, it should be the same for bot lane. Okay, here, like here. Where, yeah, like, do you see this? Where if you like draw a line, most of the time, if one team has control of the bushes, then the enemy team is going to be on this side. So like you can like see it in action right now where like, do you see how like the red team kind of they have like control of the bushes right now, but because the enemy doesn't want to walk like too close into like the fog or whatever, they're like playing away. But obviously like the bot lane is a bit different because there's 4 people, right? Like it works way better with mid lane because it's 1v1, so you don't have to worry about one guy. But it works like a little bit differently in bot lane, but the rough idea still applies where, yeah. Where it's like, here, watch, okay? Yeah, like do you see how like when one person like walks up into an area, like Sivir walked kind of like into the other area, right? It's kind of the same, but obviously it's a bit different, yeah. For support means, would it be worth it to pile bush control most of the time? I know you normally do on bar, but as a general theory, yes. Like for most high elo games, like the entire like early game is decided on the first like literally the first minute of the game. Because watch, like right now the current meta is every person runs here, and then they try to get vision of this bush because this bush gets so much control in the lane. So watch, okay? Like watch what happens here. Ward, right? It's like that's just how it is. Honestly, it's like I think Sivir messed up here, TBH. Right? if Sivir was smart, right? If Sivir like wasn't on autopilot, then she would know that number one is an Alistar. Like, what's Alistar gonna do? Flash Q? Like, he's not gonna do that. So that means with both like two range champions, they should be able to walk up and predict that the enemy's gonna put a ward down here, and then clear it together. Like, they can easily clear this if you're just like ready for the fact that the enemy might ward here, right? Because like one person autos this twice while another person autos it once, and then this is gone, and now the blue team should have complete vision control. But because Sivir's just, I don't know why Sivir's just AFK here doing nothing. Like, now both teams have vision of this bush, so it's like, it's kind of just like there, where neither side really has an advantage. They can just play it normally in a way. This ward, yeah, no, this ward is terrible. This ward doesn't do anything. Because it's like, yeah, it's like, I'll be honest, if Xerath walked a bit closer, then this ward would be good, because now you get 2 auto attacks for free, while the enemy only gets 1 with the range champion. But if you saw just now, Xerath like walked away because he was like a bit scared, I guess. So watch, okay. Right here. So do you see that? Like, the moment that Xerath W'd and then walked away from the bush, then Sivir should not ward this bush now. Because even if you ward it now, you're only going to get maximum 1 auto attack from 1 player. If Xerath decides to walk here, then you should ward the bush, because now you get 2 auto attacks from a range champion versus 1, even if Senna autos back, because like Alistar can't really get into range as a melee support for a while. So it's like, yeah, it's like, sorry. Do you see how like it was like 1 for 1? So like this ward doesn't really do much. You should really only ward a bush to get like an extra hit if you know for a fact you're going to be up in the trade. But right now, Sivir didn't really react fast enough to the fact that Xerath being zoned. I'll be honest, Xerath played this right. Xerath played perfectly by like walking away from the Alistar, because obviously if you just kite the melee support champion, then there's absolutely nothing he can do. It's why in professional play at the highest level, whenever you see double range, right? Double ranged matchup, 2v2 bot lane into like, what is it? Into like a melee support and then range ADC. You can bet that if they're playing properly, the range are going to bully this melee support for a while, right? Like, at least for the first level, they're always going to like bully them with the range advantage, because that's just how you're supposed to play it. So yeah, honestly, the fact that Sivir like even got hit in this random angle that's just her mistake, because she didn't react to the fact that Alistar was positioned like that, which is like, that's like a knowledge issue. You should never do that. Yeah. So yeah, like right now, like you see, it's like even though Alistar kind of found Sivir in a weird position, they're going to be up in this trade by a lot. But I don't know why Sivir's not just W King here. Right? Like, watch this. Like, I want you to watch Sivir's movement. Like, number one, Senna just queued. Senna's walking away, scared. So Senna's also making a mistake because she's leaving her Alistar dead. Right? And then here, like, Alistar has no W for a while, right? They should just both just jump the Alistar with the range advantage right now. But Sivir, like, randomly backsteps. I don't know why. There's literally no reason for her to backstep here. Like, it just, like, it makes no sense, because she's going to miss 1 auto attack. Right? Do you see that? Like, do you see how scared she is? So I'll be honest, if I was a support and I saw my Sivir being this scared when we literally just saw Alistar using his entire spell, so like we should be able to bully him even more than right now. Like, I probably want to leave lane at level 3 or something. Like, this guy's not it. You know, it's like, it's just how it works. It, like, from like the first like 50 seconds of the game, I can already tell that this guy's on autopilot. He's not reacting to anything new happening. He's just kind of like letting the lane happen with like, he's pretty much playing this game with the knowledge of a previous game, right? He's not updating his information with what's happening right now, which means he's not going to like he's not adaptable, which is pretty bad. It means he's not paying attention to like these kinds of things. So yeah, like, just, you can really tell how good a player is, or like how locked in they are based on the first like minute or 2 of the game, honestly, in bot lane especially. But yeah, okay. But yeah, that was a VOD review for you. I hope you learned some stuff on mid. I hope it helped. Thank you very much, Cookie, for the VOD. Yeah, so basic summary, TLDR, I want you to focus more on macro, and like, you want to think of the game a bit more broadly, right? Like, because it's not a single player game anymore, right? Especially in Master Tier Plus, I feel like you have to figure out how to play with your teammates now. you can't just play single player. You gotta figure it out, yeah. Because that's gonna be the fastest way, right? It's like by Master Tier, you should already have a good idea of what you want your champion to do. So now you want to figure out how you like you can like kind of like manipulate your teammates to do what you want now as well, just based off how you move. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna do first come first. Oh, you didn't give me a region. Remember, guys, if you want a VOD review, just type it in chat, and then I will like give me a region too, because I can do most regions actually. Like I can do NA, EUS, KR, JP, and C region right now. I think I made a C account. We did one YouTube. No, we did one Twitch. Let me do one YouTube now. So okay, let me do unknown. Unknown. Like this is just fully first come first serve. There's no queue. So like because I think before we did a queue, but then like whenever because number one, I take way too long on these VOD reviews, like I know that. But then it takes way too long, and then when I ask for the people in the queue, they're just gone because they don't want to stick around that much. So yeah. So I'll do you unknown. No BR. I'll make a Brazil account soon because I do have a lot of Brazil viewers. So yeah, don't worry. Like not today, I'm sorry, but I will definitely do that soon, probably. Yeah. I'm not sure yet. I'm very lazy. And by lazy, I mean I'm very busy. Do you mind reviewing rank fives? Sure. Yeah, it's like I think rank fives is fine. Because it's like it's not really flexed, so okay, which one do you want? Do you want this Poppy game, this Lulu game? Actually, maybe one of these games. As someone trying to learn Bard, what's a way better understanding playing around his rolling potential? Bard is more about just being in the best place at the best, like what is it, the right place at the right time. So that means you have to know macro. But if you want to know macro, the weird thing about macro is that the more lanes you play outside of support, the more you'll know how your team is going to react. So for example, if you play mid lane or jungle a lot, you're going to want, like, because you have that experience yourself, you're going to be like, oh, if I was a jungler, I would want my support to do this. Or I want my support to be in this position so I can get this objective. So it's kind of like the more information you know, like not even in League, but just like in life in general, the more you're going to be able to like relate to different people, right? That's just how it goes. So honestly, if you feel like you're getting stuck with like a roaming heavy support like Bard, playing a different role like jungle or mid can actually help you a lot. Just so you can like, even if you play bad, doesn't matter. You just get that experience like, oh my god, I can see why my mid laner doesn't gank at this time because like it just greased my lane. Like you just want to get that better understanding over time, I guess, yeah. The Poppy game, I low-key was lost that game. Okay, sure, I'm down. Support. Are you support? Yeah, you are support. Okay, I'm done. Is it only KR accounts? You can read the description on YouTube, but it's like pretty much every region, most regions except EU, NE, and whatnot. So, but we're doing someone else right now. What's your rank again? You are Emerald 3, but I'll be honest, I'm pretty sure this is like, because we're in rank 5, like I don't even know what the current elo range is, but I'll just talk based off of your current rank, Emerald 3. Hello, Frusty. Good morning. How you doing? Okay, give me 1 second, guys. Let me just like do a quick stretch break before we start the next part of you, okay? Give me a bit. Oh, oh my god. Get some water. Yeah. Yeah, if you're joining us now, it's pretty much just first come, first serve. I'm just saying. So you low-key have to like camp. You have to camp the chat the moment I finish. Because I don't really like doing queues. I don't like doing queued up stuff. So sorry. Okay, here we go. I'm back. My team wanted me to play Poppy support, and I feel like I wasn't able to do anything impactful on the map. Okay, so I'll be honest, ranked fives are a bit harder than just regular solo queue because you're probably in call with all 5 people. So it's gonna be a bit overstimulating, which makes you play a bit differently than usual. Actually, wait. Actually, before that, actually no, I should ask you first because I'll be honest. If you're having trouble with Poppy because you don't know how to play Poppy, then coaching isn't gonna help you. I'm not gonna lie. So it's like, if you know how to play Poppy, then it's good coaching because you already know what your champion does. But if you don't, like, if you lost this because you don't know how to play the champion, then the only solution is for you to play the champion more. Like, that's always the best solution versus getting coached, right? Because it's like me coaching you, like, I can say anything, literally anything, and you'll learn, I guess, like, how to play Poppy. But I guarantee you'll learn it faster if you just play more Poppy games. Okay. So, like, were you lost on Poppy while you also have a lot of Poppy experience? Or do you think you were lost just because you didn't know what your champion did? Because those are very different things. If you already know how to, if you played Poppy a lot before and you were lost this game, then I can coach you, at least this game. But if not, then it's not really useful, honestly. So let me know, unknown. I'll give you some time. How do we count the roaming support? Do we match or pressure the lane? It's situational based on what your matchups and everything's situational, but you have to kind of figure that out with experience. Wait, unknown? Hello? My user just randomly died. I don't know what happened. Just talking to my teammate? Oh, okay. Oh, are they both gonna watch? Lol. It's okay, take your time. I'm just gonna answer other questions in chat for now. What are you doing? Just like watching games that give me feedback? Yeah, I'm just watching my viewers as VODs and just telling them what I think. I think don't have enough Poppy games. I'm familiar with the kit. Okay, yeah. Because it's like I want to like help you as much as you can, but I'll be honest, like learning of champions should always come first, and then after you feel like you're hard stuck or you don't know where to go from there, then coaching applies. But I don't want to steer you into a playstyle that you're not comfortable with because you're obviously not comfortable with even like piloting your champion, right? Like, for example, when I like if you want to teach somebody to like do car maneuvers, you need somebody that already knows how to drive a car, right? Like turn corners, like brake slowly and stuff. But if they don't even know how to drive the car, then obviously they shouldn't learn how to like parallel park or like do like a drift or whatever, right? It's kind of like that. So yeah, okay. Yeah, I feel like I can review a different game if you want, but I don't think this Poppy game is gonna give you that much more information, honestly. Yeah. Do you have like a different game you want me to watch? I guess like on a champion that you're familiar with. So it looks like you play a lot of Maokai and like Rakan. Parallel parking and drifting, very similar skills. No, it's like a progression. So parallel parking is like mid-level, I guess. Drifting is like high level. But you see how like unless you get that good fundamental basis of knowing how to drive the car, unless you get down the basics, knowing these next tiers of stuff doesn't make any sense at all. So like that's the metaphor I'm trying to make. With the mage meta, I really have a hard time trading with Mel Zarasena because I just get spaced out easily. I try to engage on downtimers from them, but except that, do you have a tip? So right now, I'll be honest, against mage meta, unless you're like really good, it's really hard to punish mages. Like that's why everyone hates mage meta. It comes down to your picks. Because obviously, if you're playing like Sona against mage meta, there's nothing you can really do at all. Right? So it honestly, like there are some games where it just comes down to matchup. So I can't really say much in that regard. But there are things you can do to avoid it. AKA roll mid. The most recent Maokai game 149. Okay, I'm down. So this one. All right, let's do this one real quick. Yeah. No reason to learn how the brake works if you haven't figured out how to speed up. Yeah, exactly. There's like an order to things. You just want to go one at a time. I guess. I don't know. You be playing Deadlock at all? Nope. I played like 2 games and I got flamed. So I was like, I don't want to play this game anymore because I'm bad. I went from Silver 2 to Bronze 2 on EUS playing only ADC. What's your tip? Well, you're definitely not doing something right if you drop 400 LP. I'm not gonna lie, 100%. All right, this hot take. I feel like if anybody ever drops more than like 300 LP like in a row, then it might be a mental issue. I'm just gonna say it right now. Like obviously, I'll have to see your gameplay to say that fully, but for the most part. Do you get Q? Yeah, Q. Okay, perfect. Hello, Mr. Bard. Hello, Spear Slug. Mental issue, like they get tilted. Yeah. And like a lot of people, they don't even know they're tilted. They just like they just autopilot go into a game, not learning from what they did wrong in the previous game. Yeah, I would. Okay, number one, I would use my Q a lot right now. I would probably have queued like maybe one more time on these back minions, but the moment this happens, you're already like losing the lane or like you lost the push, so not really much to worry about here. Not everyone does that when publicly getting feedback. Yeah, but like that's not my issue, right? It's like I'm here to help you guys, but if somebody doesn't even want to take the advice and not help themselves, then like I don't really care, right? It's like what Ludwig said, right? It's like I genuinely don't care if you don't climb, because like I'm here to help you guys. Like if you don't help yourself, then it's like I don't care. Like the moment I end stream, I'm gonna like order tacos and eat food and like edit videos, right? Like I don't. It doesn't make sense for me to get that emotionally invested, right? Especially with someone that doesn't really take my advice or like even try to change in a way. Yeah. Mean is how's that mean? I feel like that's the opposite of being mean. Like I'm prioritizing my own mental health because I know that like I'm like respecting myself over trying to change somebody else that doesn't want to be changed in a way. Yeah, doesn't make sense. It's mean to me, if anything, so. Okay, honestly, that was good. That was really good. That was a really good cue, because like you zoned the Zarya away while you also put the Rakan closer. That was nice. Okay, honestly, not bad. Okay, so number one, that scanner was bad. All right, I've been kind of silent because I'm trying to figure out your playstyle, but okay, so number one, this scanner doesn't really make any sense, right? Because number one, right, it's like I said last game, right? Last game, like double range matchups, like there's actually just this envision where double range matchups against like a melee support. Right? Like, they're going to push you out. Like, that's just how it works. Because obviously, if they're ranged, they have more avenues to auto-attack the minion from far range while you have to, like, risk your HP whenever you walk up for one. So, clearing this bush doesn't really do that much, honestly speaking, because, like, right now, they're going to push you out again, right? So, it's like, they're going to get vision control here again, which means, like, right now, it doesn't really accomplish anything. Does Rakan count as range? 100%, yeah. Yeah, you see that? It's like, even though you cleared that, whatever, right? Like, you didn't get anything out of it, TBH. I would have saved it. I would have saved the scanner for maybe, like, a different situation. I'm surprised it didn't go for all in there. You mean the Zeri and the Rakan? They're supposed to be on cooldown, so I don't think it matters that much. And even if they did, if Malcolm plays properly, it's not gonna be killed at all. Yeah, it's like honestly just playing slow. It's like yeah. In this matchup, it's perfectly okay of just chilling. But I do kind of wish you were a bit closer range to the Rakan to proc his Guardian at least. Because like one thing you can do is like you don't want to go all in. Number one, you should never all in, right? You should never all in with like, when the Rakan's Guardian is up, because then all that damage is going to be mitigated. So you should like try to walk up maybe here, like Q or something, right? To proc it and then walk away. And then after the Guardian goes fully down and like he probably has Aftershock too on Rakan, you want to go in after that to maximize the damage you put on him. So I wouldn't just go for like a raw engage, because that's not gonna do much. But you have to proc that somehow, right? Ideally, Jhin walks it for a 4-shot and procs it that way, but yeah. I was holding abilities for a con engage. Like the one here. So here's like a matchup thing, right? Here's a matchup knowledge thing. Where if you're holding abilities for Rakan engage, you can do two things. If Rakan goes onto you, you can actually just like use your like dash or whatever onto a minion, and then you just completely dodge it, right? Because you go intargetable in that time frame. If he goes onto your Jhin, then you can go onto Zeri, right? It's like there's like a lot of ways around this, but it depends on your reaction time. If you have a really good reaction time, then you can go for this play. If you feel like objectively you don't have the best reaction time, just that's just how it is, then you should be playing a bit more safe. But it really depends on your playstyle and like your IRL specs, I guess. Isn't this lane a first to engage loses? It depends. Like, for example, like, what is it? Like, Maokai has Aftershock and Rakan has Guardian. So it's like, it really depends on which champion procs it first and second. So in that case, it is. But for example, if you can proc the Rakan's, or if you can proc the Rakan's Guardian first, and Maokai still has Aftershock, like maybe Jhin got a 4-shot to proc it, then you should win, just like math-wise. That's how it works. So yeah, it's like it really depends. It really depends. So I wouldn't. It's like I guess on the tower is fine, but. Yeah, and then yeah, okay. But yeah, it's like that trade was kind of negated because Rakan still had Guardian, but yeah. I really wish that was taken a bit sooner. But yeah, right now, like because just no mana, just chill for a bit. Because no matter what you do, you're gonna lose the trade now because Jhin got nothing. So another thing is, yeah, so this is the one case where you should have scanned this bush in advance. Oh, here, okay, watch this. Wait, no, what's it here? Okay, so right here. Like, if you were paying attention to the Rakan, you would know that he just warded this bush, right? Like, just from the fact that he, like, went, like, here and, like, walked all the way here and then walked back, even if you physically didn't see the ward, you should know that this is warded right now, right? Like, can you see that? Like, if you can understand it, it's good, but there's people that, like, don't really understand this. So I'm just asking to make sure if you can... Like, just from the way that the Rakan's moving, you can assume that, like, right there, like, you can assume that this is warded right now, right? So that means if any of the other laners or like your mid laner or the jungler is about to gank bot, you should clear this bush way in advance before they even get there. Okay, so here. So I'll be honest, it's like I low-key kind of wish you should clear this like before Diana came, is what I'm saying. I got that. I think I pinged it. Yeah, but you have to like ping it multiple times. Like, because like unless you like see it physically, then people aren't really going to remember that because that's like hard to remember. Right, because here. And right now, like Diana's coming down. Okay, Diana's coming down. If I was you, I would start moving to clear this right now. I didn't want to clear. Well, it's like right now. Like it's like that was before. Now this is the next best time to do this. Right? Because here, like the reason why this is the best timing, because there's two things that can happen. Number one, you go here and they don't contest you for whatever reason, and then you just clear this, and now Diana has like a better chance of just getting a gank off. Number two, you try to clear this, the enemy sees that you're clearing it, and then they actually walk up, and then you kind of want to bait it out, where you want to like bait a little bit until Diana gets perfectly in range, and the moment that they see a Diana, you want to engage onto them and like maybe get an angle towards her. So it's like in both situations, you want to be trying to at least posture around here to try to bait the two guys into maybe stopping you from clearing it. But them stopping you from clearing it also makes it so that the Diana can potentially get engaged as well from mid. Because I'll be honest, the worst feeling, especially as like a mid laner or a jungler, is going to gank a lane and realizing that there's like 50 wards in the area because my support didn't clear it in advance, right? It's right here. Like the moment that the enemy saw the Diana coming here, like, do you see I just backed up immediately? And like now, like if I was Diana, I'd honestly be kind of mad. I'd be like, wow, like Like, why didn't my Maokai clear this bush in advance, right? Because now this lane's not gankable. It's like if you had the foresight to clear this in advance, then there's a higher chance that the lane's going to be gankable later in the game. But because you didn't even like notice that Diana's coming down and you just kind of just like AFK in lane, then this play just turned to 0, right? So yeah, it's like I can understand. Like earlier, I'll be honest, earlier when you came back to help your Jhin, like here, right? Like this was a good cover. Honestly, this was a really good cover. I'm not saying that was bad, but it's like in this situation when now Diana's going to be slowly coming down, this is when you should be here, right? Because Jin's also not in danger at all from getting engaged on in general. So yeah. How did my YouTube autoplay bring me to this stream? I don't know, bro. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Like, keep in mind that you're... Oh. You just flash? Okay, I'll be honest, I have no idea what Diana's doing. Oh, yeah, no, that... that was definitely, like, just let him die, right? Like, he died for his mistake. But, yeah. That was just a case of you didn't really know how much damage Diana could take, right? Yeah, because like, even if you like a second sooner, this doesn't do anything, right? Even if you manage to get that rune time. So yeah, I guess that's just like a micro error where you didn't know your limits versus how much damage the enemy was doing. Lock is OP? Yeah, Lock is OP. Why does he censor swearing in YouTube videos anyways? It's because if there's too much censoring in a YouTube video, then it gets demonetized. Like, from like the auto system. That's just how it works. It doesn't matter the context. It doesn't matter like how you say it. It's like the auto system just detects that you're cursing too much. It just demonetizes it. So it's why I always like censor it out just in case. People never spam ping. What are they doing? Imagine if Diana pinged like 5 times as she's thinking bot, and then maybe Maokai would thought of scanner. It's also like the thing is though, right? It's like Diana shouldn't even have to ping that she's on the way bot. Like number one, obviously in the perfect world, Diana pings she's on the way, and Maokai also spam pings that there's a ward here, right? Because if Maokai spam pings there's a ward here after he sees Diana slowly coming down, there's a world that Diana could have started pathing this way to avoid it, right? But it's kind of like by the time she was here, like she had to walk all the way here to realize that it was warded, right? And like this amount of time wasted is just completely useless. So it's like both Maokai and Diana could have done something, but the fact that neither of them did it is why there was like a lot of wasted time in the end. This is Fires? No, this is not Fires. This is a solo queue. We changed to a regular game because yeah, it's more useful this way. Most of the time, people just ignore your pings. That shouldn't ever be an excuse. It's like you should still ping, and then if they ignore it, then it's whatever. But you should never just like you should never grief your future teammates just because a previous teammate didn't do it. Like it doesn't make any sense. Right? That's like going like, oh, like I met this man and he was really mean to me. That means every man forward is the same. It's like that just doesn't make sense. I should... okay, here. So, target selection. Yeah, I would have just run on Zeri here. Like... Because, yeah, it's like the timing of this was weird, where you didn't get him before the route. Or it's like, you like went onto him as his knockup was coming, so like, it didn't cancel anything. Which means the moment that your root lands, you're going to be knocked up anyway. So it's like timing was off as well. And also you kind of W'd him away from it as well. But that's like something you only know if you knew in advance that he was going to W in the first place. Right now, I would just push. Like, just push. Like, help him push. Yeah, help him push. Q the wave, 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 Q the wave. Cue the wave. Cue the wave. Cue the wave. Okay. Damn. Cause here, okay, Cause like right now, like okay, from this spot, right? This spot, both sides are low, and like you know they're low because you just fought with them. In this case, you want to like shove out as fast as you can and either recall, or you want to like keep them interested enough so that Jin can eventually get enough mana to ultimate and like maybe get a kill. Right. So in this case, this is a case of like Jin should have backed here. No. Like why would he back? Like the Zeri is lower than the Jin, and like Jin, like if he gets like 30 more mana or something, then he can ult. But it's also like it's kind of like, you know, it's like number one, if you pressure a lane crashing, there's a higher chance that the enemy can stay. They're going to agree to stay to clear the wave. And if they stay, that means you're going to be in lane faster than they are and get more minions if you decide to recall. But also, if Jin decides to save up his mana for an ultimate, he can maybe snipe the Zeri with a kill like a bit later. So in this situation, I don't see any world why Jin should recall. So like pushing is correct. But it's like, because you're not helping with him push, he has to use his Q on the wave. So now he has no mana for an R later on. Right? So this was like a case of, like, if you were an ADC main, I feel like you would have understood that, but you kind of didn't see this angle, right? Yes, because yeah, he has 70 mana. He needs 30 more for 100 for his ult. But I guarantee you, if you queued here, like, and maybe pushed, it just leaves the enemy in a really awkward situation where, like, do they want to recall and lose this wave? Or do they want to stay and potentially get sniped by this Jin ultimate? Either way, you want to use your abilities for push and bait, exactly, yeah. In both situations, you're pretty much forcing the enemy to stay, right? Because either they leave and they lose resources, or they stay and potentially lose more resources by, you know, if Jin gets a good shot. But like I'll be honest, Jin shouldn't even have queued here. Like Jin definitely shouldn't have queued here. But it's also like you're not really helping at all in this situation either. Right? Like some people can also argue, right? Some people can argue like, what if you just don't push? Like Maokai should be here first of all to get vision of to see if they're even recalling or not, right? Like number one, you should be here, like you should pressure something so that you can let this like Jin decide he wants to like freeze this and let the minions die a bit before clearing the wave, whatever, yada yada. But yeah, I feel like you're playing too passive, even when you should be more aggressive. What? Okay, yeah, now help him push. Yeah, okay, yeah. So yeah, that Q was good, right? Because that was pretty much what you wanted to do earlier. But yeah, this is fine. Because yeah, like, do you see how, like, for example, like, it was kind of similar play where they either have to choose to stay and potentially die, or they lose an entire wave like this. And like, all these small things stack up over time anyways. So let's see. Oh, why didn't you hear that? Okay, whatever. Okay, also, like, it's like, I feel like you have a bad habit of your Q positioning. Here, like here, after you root, right? After you go in with your root thing, right? You should be on this side. You should like not, this should be a natural thing on Maokai. Just walk to the side opposite of where you think they want to go. So for example, if you're locked and you just got jumped, you probably want to go this way, right? So it's like you want to make sure he gets the farthest possible distance away from where he wants to go. So you should like, yeah, you should like walk here behind him and then cue him away from his escape plan. But you kind of don't do that. You like walk, you're standing still, which is like not, right? Like you actually push him to his escape, you see that? But that's like, that should be a natural thing. Like that's not, yeah. Like you should already be behind the enemy, pushing them forward, like towards the side that's beneficial for you. But you kind of like, you literally just like push him away into his safety a bit, which obviously isn't gonna lead to much. Yeah, and like push him away, maybe. You should not be here. Yeah, I'm down. Just leave. Also, random note, but I love this Maokai skin. Okay, also, okay, another thing. Okay, here. If there's one thing you get from this VOD review, I feel like you should figure out when to time your scanners better. I feel like that's the biggest thing. So right now, right, for example, like if you clear here and here, right, of scanner, does it do anything for your team? Just objectively? I don't think it does. Because number one, right, it's like here, just watch. Like your Nasus jungle's topside, right? And he's about to gank, so that means the enemy is going to know completely that he's topside. So it's like, you're not really clearing... Like, even if you clear this information, the enemy doesn't lose out on their information, right? Like, they know where your jungler is. Or they're about to know, because he's ganking. So it's like, you clearing this vision or whatever, or like this vision potentially, it doesn't... They don't lose any information from that, right? You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, yeah, it doesn't really make sense to use your scanner here, because even if there are wards here, they're not gonna... Nothing's gonna change. So, yeah. I feel like this is way better when you know that the enemy doesn't have this information, but right now, yeah, like it doesn't do anything. We should only ward scanner to either protect teammates or set up objective. No, it's wards are for information, right? The more information you have, the more time you have to react and like figure out what the plan is. That's just how vision works in League of Legends. But doing it at like an awkward time means that you don't get more information, right? Like, for example, people that play Valorant, right? Like, any Valorant players would know that, like, for example, if you play a Sova, right? If you play Sova, then you shouldn't just drone randomly to get no info. Because, like, if you drone over a corner and there's no one there, then you don't get any value from that vision, right? And you should just randomly use a recon on, like, the middle of nowhere where you know nobody's there. Because it doesn't make any sense. So it's like, you want to just treat all of your abilities / wards as a resource, because a lot of the time people just put it down for fun without even knowing that, oh, this is probably a bad time or not the best time to even put this down in. And similarly, like right now, right? Right now, like everyone's top. You just saw every single person topside, right? Like number one, you just like you saw Rakan here, right? You saw Rakan right there. You saw the enemy jungler there. This is by far the best time for you to walk into the jungle and ward deeper. Because yeah, it's like a lot of people, especially like in the earlier, like, you know, like the lower elos, they don't know that you can have more ward spots than here, here, and here. Like, they just don't know that because they just don't know that. Yeah. So, and because like number one, like you see the enemy jungler topside, like the mid lane is probably topside. You saw the enemy support like here recalling. This is the best time to get like vision like here, maybe like here, right? Like just like literally just like a cycle, so they can get vision of this entire area. So that there's no possible chance that the enemy is going to like ever gank you, because you're gonna have so much time in advance to react to them. It's why whenever you see me playing like champions or like Bard and stuff, whenever I like kill 2 people bot, right, like 2 kills go down bot lane or something, like that's when I just go ward, because it's like there's no one that can kill me right now, so might as well get early vision so that the next time the enemy jungler comes through like these spots to do the jungle, I can react accordingly. I'm like, oh, it's like if I see the enemy jungler here, I should be careful of this gank for a bit. But if they go this way, then I can be like, oh, I can be more aggressive and like not care about the fact that I might get 3-man dove or whatever. So yeah, it's like, but that all comes down to how much information you can get and how much information you can take in. Like right now, right? It's like I can tell that you probably didn't even check this side of the map to see that everyone's up here, right? So you should know that there's no danger at all if you get caught out by anything, because there's nobody here to do the damage onto you. I usually put 1 ward down on enemy raptors, 1 down river, and 1 in the enemy tribush. And then I die to a lane gank. That means that's just like you just didn't play properly. Right? It's like every time you die, that means you just didn't play proper. That's how it works, right? Like, I'll be honest, whenever someone tells me I usually do ABC and then I watch their game, they're not actually doing ABC. So it's like they think they're doing it, but then when I actually watch, not doing it. So it's like it doesn't match up with anything. Yeah. like for example, right? It's like you say you put an enemy down in raptors, one in river, and one in enemy tri-bush, whatever. But it's like I don't see a ward in raptors, right? So that means you don't usually do it. If you usually did it, that means this would be warded right now, right? You see what I mean? Like this doesn't really make sense. Just putting wards down and then just map awareness. Yeah, but with the vision you have, aka the wards you have, that should help you get the map awareness. Honestly, good disengage. Yeah, that was a really good disengage on you. Oh, don't walk that way. Oh, don't walk that way. Wow, the Zeri just misplayed that really bad, but whatever, worked out. Okay. We're getting too far into the VOD because I usually only focus on the first 10 minutes because if you know the fundamentals, then like everything else will like kind of slowly fall into place. So this is a matchup thing, but if you ever have a Jhin and you have like a displacement ability like not or like not as Maokai Q, you want to displace them towards the line of the Jhin, right? Which makes sense, right? Like if you see Jin's W pathing is like this usually, then you want to use your Q to knock the enemy this way. But right now you Q like this way, right? You just kind of like did like a general like, oh, I'm just gonna knock him into my side of the tower, but you want to keep a track of what your ADC is doing as well, right? You have to like update your information based on the matchup and game state because those gonna be different. So yeah, it's like I feel like you should limit test more, honestly speaking. I feel like you're playing a little bit too scared, especially as like a Maokai, right? You have to like I'm not saying you have to go in, right? Like I'm not saying go in off rip. Like do not just like jump the same person off rip because that's not going to be good for most of the time, but you want to be in range to make them feel pressured that you might go in at all times, right? Like that's more important than actually engaging. Because the more you make the enemy uncomfortable, the more they're going to be second guessing themselves, right? They might go like, oh, like, do I go in now? Do I not go in? All that good stuff. Like, it really depends. But like to me, it's like I can see like a very easy indicator of when I see you going in versus when you're not going in. So it's really easy for the enemy to like figure that out. Like, oh, like Maokai's playing super safe, and then all of a sudden he just walks in a straight line to my enemy, right? Like they can kind of infer that, oh, he's probably gonna engage right now because the enemy jungler's here or whatnot. So you just gotta figure that out. You gotta figure out that like you always want to be in that middle ground of maybe engaging versus not, instead of just like doing like all in or the other half the time. Also, yo, Florence Cells, thank you for the thank you for the Omega. I don't even know how much that is, but thank you so much for the membership to Omega Poofies. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. But yeah, I think that's it for now. I hope that helped. I really hope it helped. Unknown. But it's kind of like a lot of everything. I have an easy disengage, but I tend to play more passively. Yeah, but you're never going to have that experience unless you just all in sometimes, right? Oh my god, I'm getting spawn camped in my chat. Okay. Low key. Okay, guys, what do you think? Like, not even today, but going forward, do you think I should have it first come first serve, or should I just have like a raffle or whatever, like a lottery, I guess, thing system? I feel like lottery is more fair, but raffle, Q, I can't do Q. Qs don't help at all because every time I do it, like half the people are gone and I'm just wasting time. But raffle is good because usually like I only add the people in the recently sent their name. I'm down for raffle. Let's just do that. Give me a second. Let me find this site. Or is it Spinner or something? All right, let me just add everyone here. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I think this might be my last one because I'm getting freaking tired and I have so many things I have to do. So this is just pure RNG, all right, guys? I'm just gonna add every single person that just typed, and then we're just gonna. That's gonna be it. I'm gonna add both Twitch and YouTube. So yeah, we're doing honor system. I'm gonna hope that no one types their name twice. What's VN? What's VN server? Is VN server the C server? Because I can't. Or is that a different server? Because I don't have that. I don't have that thing. VN, yeah, but like it's different, right? It's like a different server. I don't know how the inner server stuff works. Okay, let me get this. What's RU? Wait, is RU? Huh? Is RU like? I don't know half these other servers. Sorry. Google form into raffle. I don't know. Oh my god, there's so much. Holy freak. If I see any double names, I'm going to be very sad because hey, someone typed their name twice. Someone let me know if you see someone's name twice, because I'll be honest, my eyes are like kind of rolling over right now. Wait, yo, okay, why are people typing? Okay, no, I'm gonna. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna do it now. All right, here we go. How do we? Okay, fuck it. Sorry. Velcro's twice. Ah, fucking a. Whatever. The enhanced 1NA. Congratulations. You are the winner. Yeah. Rigged. Rigged. No, you guys saw it. You guys saw it happen. All right, here we go. Platinum 4. Ooh, okay. You better have a rank game. Aha! Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's go, you. All right, here we go. Velcro. So yeah, I did see Velcro, but if Velcro got it, then we definitely would have had to re-roll because yeah. Bow, 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 bow. All right. Sorry for everybody else that wanted a VOD review. I'm really sorry, but I'm one guy. All right. I'm literally just one guy, and I really want to give everyone some kind of whatchamacallit. Hang on. I'm only one guy. All right, here we go. You are the board. Minions have spawned. Showing yourself. I'll be honest. I feel like I have to play the game more recently because I don't even know what Lock does. I haven't watched a Lock Champion Spotlight, so I can't really say. Damn, you're getting kind of rolled right now, bro. I remember. I'm glad you enjoyed the videos. Okay, also, someone let me know if I'm wrong, but you know the like on Nivea, right? Just like the Nivea trick where whenever you Q an enemy, you want to make the Q go past a little bit. So like, for example, if this is your like your circle, right? If this is your circle ability, you don't want to do it like right when it hits them. Ideally, you want to make it go past them a little bit and then Q afterwards because it does like double damage. Can someone confirm that if that's still true? Like, I don't know if anything changed in the last month, but I always remembered it like this, where you always want to like make the Q go through somebody and then Q like you want to proc your second Q here and not here because it does more damage since it number one goes through the enemy and then it explodes here. If that makes sense. It's still the same. Okay, perfect. All right. Like I always have to be up to date on these stuff because yeah. Like okay, I know. Okay, cool. Oh, nice, nice. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh. Wait, that was looking kind of sick though. Wait, let me see that again. That's actually kind of sick. You see that? They got the perfect stun. So, okay, I'll be honest. It's like, oh, freak. Yeah, I'm thinking it's like, this is like a very specific thing, but here, watch, okay? Here, it's like, if you knew like your rough stun timing, you could have W'd him as he was trying to dash, right? So like right now, it's like I can 100% see why you put down the wall immediately, right? Because obviously you want to stop him from getting there. But at this range, he's still in range to E these minions. If you predicted that, like, if you like waited your wall just a second to W as he's going to the minions, then you definitely had to flash here, yeah. So, but that's like a small mechanical thing. Like, I'm not gonna blame you for not getting that because that's like a very specific thing, yeah. I don't think it's like it's yeah, okay. Yo, dead ass right here. Watch. If I was you, right here, you know what I would have done? If I was you, I would have dead ass flashed forward and not away. So, like, you know, Yasuo's queuing this direction. You know what I would have done? I would have flashed like right here, and then try to get a point blank Q off because Q auto attack E kills him right here, 100%. You know. But obviously, if you did that and the enemy was good enough, then they could also flash this way to do the same thing. But I'm pretty sure at like this level, there's no way he kills you. Like even if you go into egg form. So yeah, this was way too passive, honestly. This is genuinely way too passive. I would have went this way, man. This way so that you're at least in range to like Q him because worst case scenario, he has to use his flash and now it's like flash for flash, which is good for you. So yeah, this was I could tell you were more panicked about avoiding the ability versus figuring out what to do after you avoided it, right? I can definitely see that. I'm playing with 90 MS average. Is that possible? It's always possible, but the higher MS you have, the more you're gonna have to the more you're gonna have to like adjust to it. Honestly, I would have walked behind me in that situation, but that's fine too. Yeah, he got the kill. All good. Good recall. Yeah, honestly, yeah, I would have recalled there too. Okay, wait, what? Hang on. Okay, wait. First of all, okay, I feel like you should use your pods. Is there a reason you didn't use your pots here? Because like pots are literally there to be eaten, right? You definitely just forgot. Like a lot of people just forget. But that's like that shouldn't be something you forget. Like you have both your pots right now. They forgore, yeah, they forgore. Bad habit? Yeah, I can tell. That's usually a bad habit. Honestly, good freeze. So, okay, so here. Let me ask you right now. Do you want this wave to be frozen or do you want it to crash? Because it's like, I'll be honest, I can see a reason for both in this situation, but I just wanted to ask you. From this spot, did you want this wave to crash so that you can like slow push into their side, or did you want to always freeze it here? So, like, do you want to do this or do you want to do this? Like, just personally asking you what your thought process was right now. You drink them, you do not eat them. You're so right. You're so true for that, bestie. But I have to wait a bit because what is it? The EUS, not EUS, sorry. The YouTube chat is a bit slower by delay. I wasn't thinking about it. No, you have to think about it, bro. You gotta think about it. Probably freeze because Yasuo is melee. It's like I can see a reason for both, right? But if you want to freeze it, right, if that was your decision, you have to stop this wave from crashing at like no matter what, right? So that means you either have to personally walk here to stop the wave from like crashing into the turret because the turret's going to do so much damage to break it, or because you're a Nivea, you can actually do one very specific Nivea trick where you just use your wall. Use your wall with your W so that the wave gets like kind of clumped up this way so that it doesn't crash into turret. Like you can do that too, but that's like a very Anivia specific thing that only she can do, obviously, because yeah, it's like, yeah, that's her ability. But yeah, right now, like this is like if your idea was crashing, then this is terrible because obviously it's in tower range, so it's never going to freeze like this. We plats do not think about waves quality. Honestly, it's like that is true, but I'm just saying like whenever I do these VOD reviews, I just say it for everyone because some people are lower than plat, some people are higher than plat. Yeah. But actually, yeah. Okay, wait. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, wait, you did it. You kind of did it. You just wait. Well, actually, wait. Did you do it? Okay, wait. Okay, what was this wall for? Like, what was the decision making? Because this wall only, I don't even know what that does. I'll be honest. Also, quick question. All right, this is for everyone in chat. Do you know how Anivia's W technically does like 1 damage or something? It's kind of like Zillion, the initial thing of Zillion Bomb or something like that. Do you guys know that interaction? Didn't they get rid of that? Yeah, does it procs Airy? Yeah, but did it get rid of that? Like, because like I'm asking chat because I don't know the answer. If you wall Yasuo, would that like I'm pretty sure it doesn't proc a shield, but will it proc electrocute? Does anyone know? I feel like I remember a Nivea wall doesn't proc the Yasuo shield, but I don't know if it procs electrocute because it's technically considered a 3rd hit. But I'm asking chat because I genuinely don't know this interaction. Like any really smart people in my chat, like really smart people, like yeah, any big brains. Way too advanced electrocute technique. I don't know if that's a thing or not. Not shield, but yes, electrocute. So it does. You know, wait. Yeah, fuck it. You know. Okay. Well, sorry. I'm way too curious. I want to test it right now. I'm actually way too curious right now to not know the answer to this. Give me a sec. Wait. Oh, while we're here, might as well just add Yasuo bot so we can like figure it out. There is no Yasuo bot. What? Well, okay. Well, whatever. I guess. Because it's like, yeah, I feel like especially as an Nivea, this is good to know because that means that if you have electrocute and you only get 2 hits off for whatever reason, you can just W them or something like that. Take time to reflect. Whoops, I went bot. Oh, it doesn't matter. All right, so here 1, 2, and then 3 electrocute. So okay, that proc. So now let's try auto attack W. Like I just really want to know this. I guess, yeah. All right, auto attack W. It does. All right. Okay, we have confirmed. So there you go. There's a random tip for you. Because like I saw that you want to electrocute on this matchup, so if there's ever a situation where like you don't have spells and you can't get an auto attack for whatever reason or they're too far, yeah, just auto attack twice and then W. So yeah, good to know, I guess. So one more time. Yeah, so yeah, I guess like actually wait, that also means if you get level here. Oh wait, I did it wrong. Hang on. Okay, that doesn't proc, huh? Hang on. I guess this would proc, right? Like, so auto attack EW. So that procs. But I was trying to see if the double Q ability procced it, if that makes sense. right? Like if you like Q and then let it go past, so like yeah, that doesn't proc. But so it looks like in like a very high situation, you can do where is it? You can do auto attack E and then, or you can just do that. Just like two auto attacks and just a random wall in the between, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, Q doesn't proc twice. That makes sense because it's like one ability. I default my runes too. No, dude, you have to, you have to, you gotta think about that, man. You can't not think about that. Right? But yeah, it's like honestly, like I don't really want to talk about the matchup because it's not gonna really work for you in those other matchups. But okay, here, let me do a TLDR though. Like what is a TLDR for you that I want to give right now? Because I just been kind of yapping. I haven't really been doing that much analysis on your personal gameplay, which is my bad. Let me see what you do after level 6. I think that's the biggest thing. Because like Anivia, the way Nivea plays against Yasuo changes so much at level 6. All right, let's see here. Oh yeah, wait. Oh, we actually just saw it there. Look. Look, watch it, buddy. One hit with the ultimate, 2 hits with the W, and then 3 hits with the E. And then Uchiki procs. Look at that. Even when we don't know it, we're still using the the strat, I guess, huh? Okay, so let me ask you. So what's your game plan right now in the mid game? Because it's like, you know, like clearing the wave like this is fine, because like that's what Nivea's supposed to do. But I kind of wish you roamed a bit more, right? Because like that's the entire point of Nivea. Like you just like clear the wave as fast as possible, and then you just roam. But you're kind of just like planted in mid, which I don't really like. Okay, so it's like okay here. So watch, okay. Oh, okay. You don't want to give him an E angle. So this was good, right? This was good. You like zoned him out and stuff, yada yada. But then here, right? Like, after you miss your Q, you should not ever be in range. Like this is a spot where you walk this way because obviously like Yasuo's gonna want to walk away from the Wukong. But if you walk towards him, then he just gets a free dash, and now Wukong has to walk that much more as well. I was kind of just waiting for stuff to happen. Yeah, but you can't do that if you want to climb. You have to be active in your decision making because you can't like if you're waiting for something to happen, that means if nothing happens, you're just gonna be useless, right? Like, or you're not gonna do anything else. Like, it's a good thing you got the kill, but it's like it's not. You like it was a bit more complicated than it should have been, honestly. Even with jungler there, what do you mean? Like you're saying that you shouldn't have walked away with jungler there? No, cause it's a here. Like number one, it's like after you Q, right? After you Q, you only have E, and like your ultimate's here on cooldown for a bit. So, like you can still E from here, right? Like, you're still in range because like you know that Yasuo is going to be walking this direction roughly. But you don't ever want to give him a possible extra distance angle. Like that's just you just don't want to do that. So it's kind of like, you know, like if you just think about this like a percentage, like if there's like a 10% chance of Yasuo getting out if you walk this way versus there's like a 30% chance of him getting out if he gets that extra distance to dash to you and like walk this way, then obviously you would always want to take the 10% chance, you know? So it's like, it's not really the fact that like you shouldn't do this and that. It's more like this is a good habit to fall into where even if it didn't matter in this situation, it's going to matter in future situations some of the time, right? Like you want to focus on that, where even if you don't think you made a mistake, there's times when you just equate them not getting away or getting away equals I play perfectly, right? That's just like a easy fail habit that people fall into. Where you learn way faster when you learn from things that weren't necessarily mistakes, right? You can't just die and be like, oh, I'm only going to learn from my death. Because a lot of the time, there's like, you can learn more from things that you didn't even think was a mistake in the first place. Because those are bad habits, and habits kill you more often than bad mistakes. For the most part. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Got the turret ring, yep. I see you constantly just recalling. Yo, can we dissect that? What just happened? Yo, what? What? Yeah. uh, actually, I hope so, but my flash is V. What's your F on? At least it was off vision, I guess. I know super better. Yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay. It was just I was just joking, but we all missed like all good, all good. But it's like it depends why you misclicked. Like for example, if you were typing and you did that versus if you just made a misclick, those are very different, right? Yeah, those are very different things. But I'm glad you weren't typing. Like there's no way you were typing when you were actively walking backwards. See? What? Oh, that W should have came out sooner, but whatever. Yo, 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 yo. Oh my god, Jesus Christ. But yeah, I'm trying to think what you should work on. It's like I want to tell you what to work on, but it's kind of like it's a little of everything, which is why it's hard to summarize this VOD review. What's your opinion on the current state of the meta? I'll be honest, I haven't played for like 2 months, so I don't even know what the current meta is. I know it's mage meta, but I need more. I need to play more games personally before I give an active opinion. TBH. Yeah. What do I? Oh, I'm trying to think. Like, what do I even tell you? It's like a little of everything. Where it's like number one, it's party matchup based. Where especially like the level one, right? I didn't say this earlier. I was just thinking it, but I wasn't sure how to word it. But like against a Yasuo that started E, you kind of just want to like you want to bait your positioning a bit intentionally, right? So it's like because you know it's like every Yasuo level one they start E, they're going to dash to a minion and try to like dash onto you. So using that knowledge, you like if you have good enough ping, which I'm assuming hopefully everyone has like less than like 50 ms for the most part, which makes this doable. You should like put yourself in a intentionally like quote unquote bad spot where the Yasuo wants to dash to a minion to get onto you, but you kind of like position yourself here, for example, wait for the Yasuo to dash, and the moment you see his like endpoint, right? Because he can't dash for like a small brief time after he dashes through a minion, then you just get your full like Q, like double QQ auto attack electric stack, and you just walk away. But it's kind of like, yeah, I feel like you're not using your own positioning as a bait enough. right? Where like you have very honest gameplay, which is not good. If that makes sense. Right here, right? It's like right here, like right there. It's like if you were like expecting that, then you would have done this while he was mid dash. Honestly, if you could react fast enough. But it kind of can't be like, yeah, like do that more often, where you're kind of in a position where it looks like it's good for the Yasuo to engage on you, and then the moment you see him start his animation for his dash, then you just jump him with the Q in the face. So here, there was also one moment here earlier when it was like a flash situation, right? Right here. Whereas it's like here, right? It's like I feel like if you knew that he was gonna dash, right? Because obviously he's trying to kill you, because that's what people try to do. Then you could have like reacted faster, right? You could have just queued him here, and if you queue him properly, then there's no world he can actually get his E off. Like he can't react to a point blank Q for the most part, unless he like predicts it in advance. But then if he predicts wrong, then he's wasted flash for no reason, right? So it's like I kind of wish you were a bit more aggressive in a way, like but with your own positioning, if that makes sense. 60 pingish. Yeah, but it's like if you're actively okay, so number one, you have to predict it. You can't just like react to everything and expect things to go that way, because that means if your reaction time isn't good that day, you're gonna play bad. So here, let me just write like a quick little graph, okay? So let's say here, this is you, okay? This is when action happens. So like 0 ms, whatever, or 0 seconds, I guess. Yeah, seconds. Like this is when an action happens, right? And then this is when where is it? I guess like let's say 1 second. I don't know. Like, I'm just doing random numbers. Like outcome. I guess it's the best terminology. So right now, the action is Yasuo ease through a minion, okay? He like ease a minion, okay? And then the outcome is he does damage to you after he ease onto you after the minion. All right? So if you think about it like this, if you have 1 second to react, if you rely only on reaction time, so let's say this is reaction time, okay? So like everyone, like, you know, depending on how fast your reaction time is, obviously some people are going to react faster and stuff, but let's say it's this much. So you have to like, actually, no, sorry, let me go back a bit. Like there's going to be a small time frame when like, you know, everyone has like this amount of time, like even the fastest like people, they have like this, like, I don't know, 0.3 second buffer where they have to see the action coming out first, right? But right now, the problem is if you only rely on reacting to something, then by the time it happens, it's going to be too late for some situations, right? If you're relying purely on reaction, it's going to be too late, so that by the time the damage goes through, you don't have that much room for error. But the thing is, if you're predicting, if you like know in advance what the enemy is trying to do, so you can actually like get rid of some of that time lag, if that makes sense. So here, like, so this is a prediction, okay? Prediction. So if you like prepare in advance, right, that this could happen, then you can shave off like, I don't know, like this much amount of seconds because you're already ready for it. So for example, right, like if you're walking in the street, okay, and let's say that some random guy came up to you and punched you in the face. If you weren't expecting it, then obviously you get punched in the face because there's like not many people would expect it. But let's say that you just like randomly, like because of something that happened before, you're always on the lookout. Like you have good awareness where you're like, oh, like I could get punched in the face at any point. Then if somebody walks in to punch you in the face, because you kind of like mentally prepare yourself in advance, there's a higher chance you're going to avoid next time. You know what I mean? So the reason why I bring this up, like this random thing up, is because if you like knew how the Yasuo wanted to play this lane, if you knew that Yasuo's probably going to dash through a minion, like if you like already knew that mindset of maybe you played Yasuo yourself, or maybe like you just thought about like if I was Yasuo, what would I try to do against a Sinivia? Then you can react to what he does before he does it. And that small amount of reaction time where you shave off of, instead of just reacting purely, you actually like try to predict what he does. Then number one, like you didn't have to flash. You probably didn't have to flash here. You probably could have killed him, right? You probably wouldn't even be this much down on HP. where you wouldn't have taken that one bad trade earlier where you weren't even expecting him to E. But the fact that you weren't expecting it means that I feel like you just kind of autopiloted where you just like you weren't thinking what to do next. You just kind of let it happen. Which based on what you said earlier about, oh, I just play mid and I just like let things happen and I react to things, it's not fast enough, especially the higher elo you go, right? So I think for you, right, the best thing I can tell you is try to predict things instead of reacting to them. Because you're playing reactively, you're playing way too passive. And if you play too passive, that means that you're pretty much relying on what the enemy does to like dictate your movements versus you're not taking control of the situation, right? It's kind of like that. So yeah, I think that's the best thing I can tell you. Where I want you to try to predict what the enemy is going to do, and you want to kind of be like one step ahead. Because right now you're like 0 steps ahead. You're just letting it happen. Where you're just living in the present, but you're not thinking about the future in a way. Yeah. But yeah, like, does that make sense? Like, I really hope I didn't just go completely psychological on you, like, because this is kind of like a more broad topic. Because yeah, but I genuinely feel like if you can somehow learn this trick, you're gonna be able to climb way faster versus just kind of going into every game on autopilot and just letting the enemy figure out how to play the lane out in a way, right? Yeah. Are you here? The enhanced? Are you still here? Good coaching, Bart. You want to look at an EUS Masters pair next? This is going to be my last one, but I think I have time for maybe one more. Like, I have like a raffle thing. Wait, are they even in chat anymore? The enhanced, are you here? He typed like 7 minutes ago, but I low key might have gone a bit too vague in my description that I wouldn't blame anyone for leaving. 2 steps ahead. Yeah, it's like the thing is though, like if you're 1 step ahead, then you can go 2 steps ahead, and then you can go 3 steps ahead. But it's all about. I think I understand here. I'll just word it differently, okay? Like here, like I'll say it this way: think about what your enemy is trying to do and work backwards. That's pretty much it. The most simplest way I can explain this, like think about the enemy and what you think they want to do, right? Like that's your next step. So it's kind of like right now, like you're only thinking about yourself, which is fine, right? I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but if you want to go to the next level of skill or next level of gameplay, now you have to start thinking about another person as well. Where like after you master your own champion, you can stop worrying about yourself. Now you have to worry about what this guy can do. And if you can like reverse engineer how he plays, then you can work backwards and go like, oh, I want to do this. And the best way you could do that is to play more champions. So for example, if you're like an Anivia main, right, and you only know Anivia, I genuinely feel like the best way to learn like a matchup or a counter matchup is to play that champion to see what you have to do to win on that champion. Because the moment you find out, like, if you figure out their win cons, how they can beat you, then you can kind of find ways to avoid that work. Like, you can work around ways how you lose a game or how you lose a matchup. So that means you have to think about the game from Yasuo's perspective in this matchup. Like, if you were Yasuo, what would you do, right? And then depending on what you think Yasuo would do in this matchup, then you can work backwards and go like, oh, I can prepare for that by being like, oh, now that means if he goes for that play, then I can react to it. But it's all about like constantly updating your information on what the enemy is doing. Because obviously, if you're only playing for yourself and only knowing what your champion does, you're never going to learn in these other situations. Yeah, I one trick. Yeah, right. It's like people say I'm a bard one trick, but I play other champions. Right, like I play jungle, I play mid, I play ADC. Like I have knowledge of other champions, which is why I can predict them way better than if I only play bard and never play them. But obviously, that's going to take time. Like I'm not saying it's easy. Because obviously, if you prepare like 100 games against Yasuo and then you play someone that's not Yasuo, then you're gonna be like, ah, freak, right? But it doesn't have to be hard either. Like it can literally just be when you start up a game against like a random matchup, see what they do. Like just watch, observe what the enemy does, and then you can learn like in real time. You don't need like 100 games of knowledge. You can just learn it like for the first 3 levels. Just observe what they do, how they try to close a gap and whatever, and then try to figure out. Okay, like if like this guy's jumping on me a lot because his kit he has like a jump ability like Tristan or whatever. What can I do after he jumps me, or can you do something to avoid that happening? You just gotta keep asking yourself questions. So yeah, it's like I feel like that's the next genuine step for you. Like honestly, like you're doing good. Like from your current gameplay, you're definitely getting a lot of good trades, right? You're playing properly. You're playing like you're doing lane manipulation, whatever. But for the next step, if you want to get to like Emerald, Diamond, even Master tier, you have to start thinking about the enemy now. Okay? Yeah, keep it up, buddy. I believe in you. All right. Okay, let's just continue. Whatever. I was gonna stop, but stopping is for losers. Let me find the raffle again. Thank you. Yeah, you got this. I believe in you. Okay, I have the same raffle as before. I just got rid of the name. So if you're not on the current raffle thing and you want to join, just type in your name. Yeah, type in your name in chat, and we're gonna roll again. Also, please make sure that you tell me the region, and also make sure that you have at least like a few rank games recently, because there's a lot of times when I check somebody and they didn't have a single rank game, so I was like, damn. Okay, Onius, I don't think I can put your name in the slider. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know if that name is allowed. What's this for? It's for free coaching. EU and E? I can't do EU and E. I can do KR, Japan, NA, EU West, and C. Because those are the only accounts I have regions in, or only regions I have accounts in. So I'm sorry if you're outside those regions. I can't do EU and E or like Vietnam. I think somebody was from earlier. And only rank games, okay? Only rank games. No ARAMs. ARAM's not really good level of skill. How often do you do these coaching sessions? It's completely random. Sometimes I do it like every Monday. Sometimes I do it one Monday every like 3 months. But it's usually on Monday in KST. And yeah, today's Monday for me in Korea. So, yep. All right. Okay. I'm going to do the thing now. All right. Here we go. Go. All right. Dino Akin hashtag OMG22. You have been chosen as my next victim. I mean, client. Let me find you real quick. Ah, Twitch. Oh, another plat too. Okay. All right. Is there any specific game you want me to watch? Actually, are you even here? I'll be honest. I don't even know if they're here. They could just not be here. Do you coach all roles? Yeah, but obviously, like my knowledge of your role might not be the best. Because, for example, like my top is my worst role because I just find it really boring. I can still talk about regular stuff, but it might not be as in depth as, for example, support or like ADC or mid, because I play like, or like jungle, because I play those roles a lot. Anything but top, pretty much. I'm on Twitch. Okay, all right. Okay. Do you have any specific games? No, I'll just the most usual one, whatever. Okay, low key though, it's like you're kind of playing Malphite, so it's like I I can't really say much about the mechanical side because it's just Malphite. But yeah. Oh wait, are you support Malphite? What the freak? God damn. Okay, all right. I'll be honest. Isn't support Malphite literally just Q, 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 and run away? Yo, what is this matchup? What the heck? Mundo support? Oh no, no, it's Mundo mid. What? Why is he down here? What if she doesn't like me back? Do you guys want to do a life coaching stream too? I'm really good at giving advice, apparently, for some reason. Because it's just like League of Legends, except without the League of Legends part. Dodge that! Support Malphite sounds fun. It is fun until you realize after like 7 Qs you're out of mana. So, eh. Yes? Well, you can just ask me while we're watching this VOD. Like, we're not like logged into anything. Cue him, coward. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll be honest. Yeah, it's like Malphite on support is really freaking hard because it's like there's not really much you can do. You just throw Q every few seconds, and then that's it. Especially when you have like a Ziggs on the enemy team, huh? Hmm. Yeah, dude. It's like, what do I even comment on? You just walk up and queuing. Like, what do I say? Like, it's like you're definitely queuing properly. Like, I don't know. Okay. Let me ask you. Okay. So you told me earlier that you need help with laning. What do you think you need help with? Like, just let me just ask you the question. Like, what do you genuinely think is the? Oh, sorry, let me check the. Hold it. Let me change the elo here real quick. Isn't playing Malphite on any lane the same? True. Actually, yeah, you're right. Someone in Twitch chat said, how do I come out to a less than ally parent? Oh, that's a long answer. I can't give it to you now. But obviously, it's going to depend on the parent, right? Like, some parents are more open to that kind of thing. Some people are not. It really depends. Also, Jarvasi said, wait, hold on. What do I do if someone loves me platonically and we both want each other on our lives, but I like her romantically and I can't stop it, but she has a BF? And so number one, if she has a BF, you gotta give up, man. Like, I'm sorry, but there's nothing you can do. Okay, let me go back a bit. If someone has a BF, you gotta back off immediately. Like, would you want to date somebody or like potentially get with somebody that cheats on their BF or significant other for you? Because that means if they do that, then they're probably going to do the same for you, right? Which is not a good thing. Okay, also, your target selection is kind of off here. Like, I feel like you should just go on to the other guy, yeah. So here, right? Here? Like, here? Okay, first of all, I feel like... Okay, number one, you're playing Malphite, so there's not even a lot of mechanical things I can tell you about. But there are still some mechanical things you can do. Like, for example, your W is an auto attack cancel, I'm pretty sure, right? Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but if you auto attack and then W, that's an auto attack animation cancel. So you can get more damage that way. So here, the reason why I say that is here, okay? Watch. Like, you want to optimize the amount of damage you do on any character, not obviously, it doesn't matter what the character you do, but especially on Malphite, when there's nothing else you can do on this champion. Besides auto attack W animation cancel. So here, okay? Here. The moment she jumped, right? Dude, she jumped onto you. That doesn't ever happen. I have no idea why Tristana's jumping onto you. Because you literally have an ability that lowers her auto attack with her E. But because it happened, you know what I'm pretty sure the most optimal combo that I would use at least is, what is it? Auto attack into W immediately, right? Into E. And then maybe auto attack Q, right? If there's any other Malphite mains that are in chat for some reason, let me know if like the order is wrong or whatever. But that's what I would do, right? Because like these two, like these are animation canceled, and like because like after you use your W, you're gonna be, what is it? You're gonna be an auto attack cancel. Like you can't auto attack for like a good amount of time anyways. So might as well use any skill, right? Like maybe, yeah, it's like might as well use E because that's going to prevent the Tristana from getting her reset off from like hitting the Ziggs like 4 times or whatever from the passive so she can reset her jump. So this makes sense to me. Auto attack W into E to slower her auto attack speed. And then, you know, after that, your auto attack ability should come up. And then you just finish off with Q because like that's like the most... Now you slow her from being able to move. But right now, here, watch what you do, okay? You E first and then you W, right? So here. We just saw what you just did was you eat first. So you eat first into W, into Q. So that means you pretty much lost 2 extra damage sources. Right, do you see that? So it's like, if you like, and this should be natural, right? This should not even be like a question where you always want to try to chain your auto attack with your W right after, because that's just objectively the most amount of damage. Right? Like that's just objectively the most amount of damage. Like this is not arguable. Everything else, like, you know, like some people can argue, oh, you should E first, whatever, whatever, and all that stuff. But this part is not arguable. You should always do auto attack into W because like you get double the damage in like the same like frame of time. Pretty much, yeah. I play a bit of Malphite. You want to prep your W like 3 seconds early so you can easily get on the fight. I don't think that applies in this situation where the Tristana jumped you. Like, she's the one that jumped into range of the auto attack. But yeah, like, you definitely lost like a little bit extra damage, right? And do you see that? Like, do you see how that one extra auto attack actually made Tristana get 1 more damage off here? Here, watch, okay? Watch here. Dude! Tristana actually got 2 more auto attacks off. Because you didn't get that one single extra optimization of auto attack plus W, she actually got 2 extra auto attacks before she died. Which is insane, right? If you think about it. Because like she lived on like literally a sliver of HP. But because of that last sliver of HP, she did a little bit more damage to Ziggs. And because Ziggs took that much more extra damage when, you know, he should not have taken that damage. Now, like, he's about to die because, yeah, Mundo's gonna kill him. But there was definitely a world where Ziggs could have maybe gotten out because, you know, if Ziggs survives 1 more Q, then Jarvan comes in with his EQ to stop Ziggs from dying. And then now, like, Mundo has no more ability. He has Flash, but he would have forced to Flash as well, which is good for you. It didn't even feel that close live, really? Because here, like, watch here too, right? It's like, to me, it was very close because here as well, like, you auto attack, like, you were 1 auto attack from killing this guy too. So it was very, very close. You know? But you also have to know, right? Like, even if these fights aren't... Also, what the freak is happening here? Wait, what? Oh, no, it was a map bug. I thought Vigar was teleporting from here, but... Like, you'll have to know that, like, even if it doesn't matter in some situations, it's going to matter in other situations. Like, we talked about this before, where, like, even though it might not have, you know, like it mattered here. If you knew about the auto attack into W, like, kind of like mini combo, then the fact that it even mattered here is already a bad thing, because that means you kind of don't expect these things to matter. But then when it matters, now you're like, oh, I should have learned this before, right? What is the best way to get better at aim-heavy champions like Xerath? It's all about predicting where the enemy is going to go. That's literally it. But like, if you want to predict what the enemy is doing, you have to be able to put yourself in their shoes. Like, if I'm the enemy ADC, when's the best time for me to get hit by something? And then you just work backwards. So yeah, it's like one of those things, right? Just constantly work backwards from the situation and then go from there. All that good stuff. After the initial engage, should I focus on blocking Mundo from Ziggs? Let's watch together, okay? It's like, yeah. I say yeah because number one, you used all your abilities. You used Q, W, E, right? So you're just like a walking meat tank. Your auto attacks aren't honestly gonna be doing that much. So yeah, I definitely would have walked here to block as well. Yeah, I agree with that. So this is kind of like a micro thing where you don't really think that it's gonna matter that much at the time, but I guarantee you it is going to matter sometimes. And this was one of those cases where it mattered, unfortunately, right? Like the one, you know, like the one really bad thing about playing a support champion like Malphite is that he's really simple, right? But the one, like, it's like a good thing and a bad thing, where it is good because you can focus on other things, but it's also bad because there's not really much you can optimize, right? But it's also kind of like the fact that you didn't even optimize the auto attack into W thingy, like, that's already not a good sign. Because this should be pretty much like second nature, right? It's kind of like playing Riven, where every Riven has to do auto attack into Q. Like, that's just how Riven is optimized. But imagine someone playing Riven just using Q, like no auto attacks, just Q. Like, that's so unoptimal that it's pretty much like might as well just not play them at that point. But obviously, Riven's way more mechanical than Malphite ever will be, so you just gotta keep that in mind. Also, here's a habit, okay? Like, this is not, I'll be honest, this is not really for your elo range, but it's for just like every other elo ranges. But here, this is a vision thing, right? Where try to think about vision as well. If not really you, because you're in plat, you're not really going to be able to understand this, but people in higher elos, try to think about the rough vision that minions give as well, right? So for example, if like these minions give like up to like here vision or whatever, right? And like this like cut off here, you always want to be outside the enemy's vision as much as possible, right? So for example, like if I was you, right, I like it's just in my nature to always be out of vision. I would go this way to get out of the vision so that the enemy wouldn't know I'm in this spot, instead of going this way. Because like right now you went this way because obviously you're gonna be spotted like in this spot going through. So here, let me just go to the enemy's point of view, right? So here, it's like, do you see how if you walked in my pathing, right? If you walked from where I was, or like my pathing, then you would not have been spotted getting to the bush. And that could lead you getting like a really easy Q off. There's actually a world where if they don't know you're there, they could actually just jump the Ziggs thinking he's alone, and then you would get a free like kill. Because you would walk up and just do damage before the Tristana can jump out again. Like that is a world that could happen. But because you're not, it's like you didn't really think about that. Like I'm not blaming you because like it's really hard to figure this out unless you're like actively practicing this. But because you're seeing, like now there's no ambiguity that you're in this bush. Like the enemy knows you're in this bush because they literally saw you. So just keep it in mind that like if possible, you want to give the enemy the least amount of information. Because like even just getting one extra Q off because they walked up a bit to try to poke somebody or to get a farm, not knowing you're in this bush because they didn't physically see you. Like, it matters a lot. Like, these small things matter a lot, right? Like, they really, really do. And you always want, like you want to take as many advantages as physically possible. Especially on Malphite, where the only thing you can really do is Q. So might as well try to find a way you can get one more Q off, right? It's just one of those things. Would it have been worth it to go to the middle bush knowing they have the Trist jump as main engaged? Not in that situation because the minion vision doesn't work like that. So here, okay? So here. Okay, here. So if the minions are here, then they get vision of this, right? Or like this much, whatever. So in this situation, yeah, you can go here. But the moment that these front minions died, right? Here, watch, okay? Right now. The moment that this minion dies, right? Now, the Fog of War is not up until here. Now the Fog of War is up until here because obviously, like, this minion died, so it's not going to get this extra vision. So it's like if these were alive, I would just camp here. But because these died, I would now go this way. So it's kind of like you have to constantly update your information based on what's happening. Yeah, it's like don't be like, oh, Polypup told me to go this way. But then you go this way when like there's like 50 minions right here that I can see everything here. Like, don't do that. But just kind of keep that in mind that depending on where the minions are, where the champions are, you have to constantly just change your mindset of, oh, I can do this now, I can do this now, or I should do this now. Like, constantly just update your data you have and try to play the game that way. That's complex. It is complex until you actively practice it. And then it becomes second nature. Like, to me, it's second nature because I've been like actively practicing that for like a while. Like, I went into every game thinking about this kind of stuff. But that comes down to how, like, disciplined you are into thinking about it. And, like, how much you're aware of what you're doing in the game. But the thing is, right, like at the end of the day, this is just like, how much information you get from seeing things. So, like, it's not even just League of Legends. Like, this is, like, these kinds of concepts apply to every game. Especially, like, these types of shooter games. Okay, yeah. So, like, for example, like, you can apply the same concept to Valorant, where the idea of taking up space in Valorant, right? If you see 5 enemies on the other side of the map, then obviously you should have one person on flank pushing up so that you can convert, you can like, kind of like box them in and narrow down the enemy's potential avenues of pushing you, right? Like, that's how it is. But it applies in every single game. It's just how well you can apply that information that matters a lot. Okay, so here, this was a case of the moment that... Here, okay, watch this. The moment you see Mundo here, I would have made a freaking beeline for the Tristana. literally the moment I spotted this guy, you guys are not getting out, right? Like there's just no way you're getting out because Ziggs has no satchel now. You don't really have spells, right, to do anything. I would have just beelined him. Like, at least take someone down with you. But the problem is, like, look what you do, okay? It's like, this is like one of those fight or what is it? Like, fight/flight situations. You know? And look what you do. You're definitely just trying to run away. Like, do you see that? Like, me, I would have just ran at the Tristana. Like, just run at him, right? If you die, you die. It's whatever. But the fact that, do you see how you're just running away? But, like, the odds of you getting out here are very slim. It's just very slim. But the odds of you maybe getting a kill, maybe even two, it's actually way higher. You know? But yeah, it's like, do you see how low Tristana gets? Where I guarantee you, if you chose fight instead of flight here, then you would just ran to the Tristana and she probably would have died. Like, both of you guys probably would have died too, but you at least trade a kill back. Like, that's fine. Trading a kill back when you're down number is amazing for the most part. But because, like, you weren't really, like, you were more focused on just getting out by yourself, you were kind of selfish. You were just like, oh no, like, we just gotta run away. But yeah. Like, yeah, like now, yeah, it's like, you got out in time, but I definitely feel like you could have killed it either way. Yeah, trading a kill definitely makes sense in that situation. Like, also, it looks like you're trying to freeze, but the entire point of freezing a lane is to do it outside the tower range, right? So you should be, like, here. You should not be here, because this is not freezing. You're just taking damage for no reason. Yeah. I feel like you're trying to freeze, but, like, it's not, yeah, it wasn't a complete freeze. Like, it's fine, I guess, but... Oh my god, yo, what's happening over here? Yo, your Ziggs likes you. Your Ziggs likes you. Okay, also, here, okay. Let's dissect this what happened here, okay? So Ziggs is mad because he died. It's whatever. People get mad about the most random things, right? It's fine, it's fine. But here, right? It's kind of like, okay, so number one, you made the right call. Like, you went this way, which you're correct. I'm not saying you're wrong. Ziggs 100% screwed up. Like, he's definitely egoing now. We're like, we have no reason to assume he's not still here, right? It's like he could have recalled, he could have went this way, but we're like, at least for now, we have no information on this side of the map. So Ziggs should never even be in this line of play, like this close to this side of the wall. He should be following what you did. But it's also like I'm not saying that Ziggs didn't play right. It's like, Ziggs 100% made a mistake. He fucked up 100%. But it's kind of like, if you knew that this was a possibility that he could have been jumped here, you should have helped him, right? You should have kind of seen that this was a possible death angle, and you should have been ready to at least help him out if somebody was still in this bush hitting your Ziggs, right? And like this is really hard to do, okay? This is honestly very, very hard to do, because obviously if someone's spam pinged me, I could already tell he's freaking delusional, and I wouldn't really care about him anymore. But yeah, it's like every single person on your team has wards, so there's no situation where you have like your support item ward too. So you as a support, you definitely, like, even if your ADC is like the most biggest baby rager blamer in the world, like it shouldn't matter. You should be helping out your team. That's just how it works. So you should have warded here. Honestly, I genuinely feel like you should have warded here faster, like beforehand. But I can see why you went this way. Like I feel like you should have either like done this maneuver, right, and then warded here, or like wait a bit until your minions and Ziggs is in the area and then walk up and ward together, like something like that. Like just try to get your ADC safely to lane, but obviously because like you weren't really ready for that kind of play. Like do you see how long it took you to even react to this? But I guarantee you, if you didn't do that one single step back, you maybe could have killed Tristana here. Right? It's like you kind of like ran here for some reason, right? Do you see that? If you went this way, then you actually maybe could have like saved the Ziggs before he died. But you kind of like did like you U-turned for a bit and then you went up, right? It's like you know what I mean? You did like a small U-turn, which Yeah. And then Tristana gets out. And then, yeah, you also die as well here. So... Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It's like, I don't agree with Ziggs spam ping. I never agree with someone spam ping. Oh my god, what you're typing, aren't you? Oh, no. Were you typing just now? That was like the most, like, you're typing standing still animation I've seen in my life. No. Wait, hold on. Wait. Oh, yeah, no, wait, you did it. You did the auto attack W. You just did auto attack W, so like, you know it's a thing, right? So, like, it's not like you don't know that that's a thing where you can animation cancel your W. It's kind of, yeah, just for gore, I guess, in that situation, yeah. Okay, number one, you're out of wards. You just used every single one of your wards for some reason. Yeah, it's like, I was about to comment on that. You just, bro, what happened? You put down a ward here, and then here. That means you're out of wards. Use all three of your wards in your trinket. Like, yo, you can't do that. You can't do that, dude. You can't do that. Number one, okay, the first thing I should say is the moment you get a support item and 3 wards, you change to scanner 100% of the time. You should never ever have trinket when you have 3 wards already by a support item. Okay, that's number one. Number two, you want to have a reason why you ward everything. All right. So it's like, why? Like, it's like why do you want to ward here? Why do you want to ward here? Why do you want to ward here? And right now, I can definitely tell that you're just like not thinking. You're like, oh, I want to get vision here so I can be careful if someone's here. And then the moment you do that, you're like, oh, I want to get vision here now because I want to get vision here. But now it's like, oh, wait, I want to get vision here now. It's like, you see how kind of inefficient this is? Like, I feel like if you were just like, oh, I want to get vision here, like, I think this and this makes sense. These two honestly make sense. This one, I don't agree with. So yeah, I don't really agree with this one though. Like, maybe not even this one, but yeah. Jeez. Yeah. But yeah, it's like, okay, honestly, I want to see your game. Okay, one more last thing before we end, I guess. I want to see what you do at level 6. Because, you know, it's like, Malphite literally does nothing until level 6. That's the most important thing right here. Here we go. Oh, here we go. I am so ready, dude. I am so freaking ready. Oh, here we go. Oh my god. Oh, he's recalling. Okay, all right. What you got? How many you get? You went tank? Really? I'll be honest, if I'm going Malphite support, you can bet I'm going full AP, sending it. You can bet I'm going all in on the AP. I go tank every game. I see. Have you ever tried going full AP? Like just out of curiosity. Because I don't know. It's like, I don't know. In what situations would it be more beneficial to ward the Tribush over River? It's like, there's never, like, it depends, right? It's like, you have to ask yourself, the only question you have to ask is, what do I want to get information of? That's literally it. And like, if you ask yourself that, then like, the answer should naturally come to you. Like, oh, I want to put a ward down here so I can get info of if the jungler comes to this area, right? But it's also like you have to kind of prepare that in advance, where you can't just say that, you can't ask yourself the same question 3 times and then have 3 different wards, right? Because that means you're not really doing that properly. Here we go. Oh, here we go. But yeah, okay, number one, this is why you go scanner, okay? The reason why you want to go scanner is because imagine you scan this bush, and now the enemy has to guess where you are, right? That creates so much pressure, but the problem is you still have your regular trinkets, so like, if the enemy has this warded, there's no ambiguity at all, right? It's like the enemy knows where you are at all times if this is warded. So it's way harder for you to get like a really good ult angle. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I would have ulted like 4 times by now. Like, I would have ulted it right now. If you ult Milio, Ziggs ults on top of you, Milio flashes out. And even if he doesn't get hit by the Ziggs ult, you kill him with like you ult him, auto attack, W, E, Q, ignite, like another auto attack, like he's dead. Right? Like it's like, yeah, it's like, I don't know, man. Right? It's like, you gotta be more aggressive. Like, the moment you get level 6, right? Until level 6, it's like, it's really hard. But the instant you get level 6, dude, you're just like, you're a walking, like, mountain. You're literally, like, canonically a walking mountain. But right now, you're playing, like, a rock. You're still playing, like, your pre-level 6 rock. And not level 6 Giga Chat mountain. Right? You're playing way too scared. You gotta walk up, man. You gotta walk up. I'm playing too scared of the Mundo. Yeah, but, like, what's he gonna do? Right? Like, if he kills you, it's fine. But at least, like, trade a kill back. You're playing way too scared. Because the thing is, right, it's like, dude, if Mundo comes, you can just run away. You don't have to, like, use your ultimate aggressively. You can just use it to run away, if anything. Like, also, dude, your Jarvan's here. Like, your Jarvan's nearby. Oh, well, he's gone now, but he was nearby. Like, sometimes you just gotta send it, right? It's like, yeah, it's like Mundo's here now, but like low key, I feel like you could have killed Milio like 4 times right now, even before he was anywhere in this area, right? And okay, another thing, right? Another thing. Right now, you're freaking down. Do you see this? You're 11 kills to 2, which means you like the moment you're losing, you have to play aggressive. That's just how it works. You're never gonna get back in the game by letting the enemy choose their fights. If you're ever down, like, just send it. It's okay if you send it and lose. Like, it's whatever, right? At least you tried. But the worst thing you can do is just, like, play so passively that you let the enemy decide everything and, like, you just don't even have a choice. You just get weeded down because obviously you're going to lose over time. So if you see an opportunity, just take it. Take it and learn. I would much rather go all in, like, and die and like, learn from my mistake versus not ever going in and never learning because I never even tried to take that next step. You know what I mean? That's just how it works. Like, that's life. Why would you ever want to grief your own potential by being too scared to do something new? You know? Like and you know, number one, like, I'm also not saying, like, ultimate at the first opportunity every single time. Like, obviously think about it. Like, I am glad that you're thinking about that, oh, Mundo could be here. But at some point, that becomes paranoia, right? Like, you worrying eventually becomes paranoia when you worry too much about something. So, yeah. Like, here, like, do you see this? Like, do you see how, like earlier you told me that you were typing to your teammate, oh, wait until I'm level 6, but then it's been like, what, like 5 minutes and you haven't used your ultimate still? Right? Did you see the problem here? And then you decide to go in when Ziggs isn't really in the area to do anything either. So it's like the timing of that was also awkward to me, where it's like, yeah, do you see that? And like, now he gets away. So you finally use your ultimate after 2 levels after like 5 minutes, but it didn't really do anything, honestly. Where it definitely could have been a little bit better, to be honest. Yeah. Also, I've been kind of like ignoring some of the chat, but like I don't know what's happening. I feel like this is not something that should be said in Twitch chat. So I'm just gonna delete it now. So yeah, okay. I should wrap this up because I kind of want to go to something else off stream for a bit, but. Yeah, it's like, I think, you know, like, early inning phase, like, you're Malphite. You can't really do much, but you want to optimize as much as physically possible, right? You want to optimize the small amount of combos you have, which is auto attack W. That's pretty much it. But then the moment you get level 6, you want to look for more aggressive opportunities, right? And like, right now, like, especially when you get level 6, you're playing way too far away, where... You know, for example, if you ultimate them from this range, they're going to have this much amount of time to, like, dodge or flash out from your ultimate. But if you're, like, standing a bit closer, like here, this amount of time is way less that they're not going to be able to, like, react to it. So, yeah, even if you're not even, like, thinking about using your ultimate, even if you're playing scared, you want to be scared in a more aggressive situation or in an aggressive position, okay? All right, that's pretty much it. Like, try to limit test a bit. Because here, there's passive, okay? There's passive, and then there's aggressive, right? Those are just the 2 states. I want, like, right now, you always choose either here or here. I want you to be a bit here, okay? I want you to find this middle ground where you're kind of, like, in the middle of being able to be passive and being able to be aggressive. And like, don't get me wrong, I can understand why. I can fully understand why you developed this playstyle because you're Malphite. Malphite pre-level 6 is the definition of you go all in with your Q and then you run away, right? Like that's how Malphite works. You walk up to Q and then you walk away after you Q. Right? I can see why you're following this playstyle, but after level 6, you want to tone it down. You want to kind of find this middle ground. Okay, that's what I want you to do. But that's about it. But yeah, I think I'm going to head out now. How long have I been streaming for? Jesus Christ. It's been a while, huh? But thank you, everyone. Thank you very, very much for watching today. I will try to do more coaching streams on Mondays, but other days I'll probably be either editing videos or I'll be streaming random solo queue games, right? Just for fun, I guess. I do have to start working on I do have to do more solo queue grinding recently soon. But yeah, thank you everyone. Thank you for all the donations, all the everything else, all the memberships. I really, really appreciate it. And yeah. Is anyone streaming? Let me find something to raid. Okay, I have no idea why, but we have 1,000 viewers on YouTube. I don't know where you guys came from, but thanks, guys. Thanks, the Mal. All right, let me find something to raid on Twitch. I was gonna raid somebody on YouTube, but then they turned off. Give me a sec. I'm gonna read. Okay, let's see. Twitch. Raid evil. Here, I can't rate this person because they have settings turned off. But let's do a manual raid. Okay. Here, everyone, go here to this link. All right, and then say poly raid or I don't know. Like just poly manual raid. But thank you everyone. Goodbye. Lol. Goodbye.